And welcome. It's the area round of the 2022 high school football playoffs. And Smithson Valley's here in Bastrop, Texas to take on Manville out of the Houston area in what should be an exciting game. Brad, this is everything you'd want for in a second round game, the area round. Two teams both peaking at the right time.
Yeah, they never played each other, but if you look at their histories, they both had some great playoff success. And they're kind of from areas that you didn't know where they were until their football program made them famous. So it's going to be a great game. Little rainy, keeping a few fans out. So maybe they're listening to you and me. We better do good.
We better. The Rangers come in 10-1 overall. They were, of course, 7-0 in first place in District 12 5A. Manville 8-3. They were 6-2, finished third in District 10 5A. But that was a tough district. Some teams in that district right now include Angleton, which won it at 7-1. Fulshire was a tie at 7-1, and then Manville next. But those are some good football teams as we get ready again for the area round of the playoffs. Manville won the toss. They deferred, so they will kick to the Rangers, who will send a couple of guys deep as usual as we're about ready to get underway here in Bastrop, Texas. This beautiful Bastrop ISD Stadium that was erected about 10 years ago and is just really something nice here on Highway 21 right before you get into the city. Lots of stories about this football program of the Rangers that we'll share with you tonight as we do each week, but we've got a good football game for you. Chase Cross puts a toe to it.
Rangers will bring it out.
What a great start and a tackle. Nice made at the 25. I believe that was Kyler. Kyler Clark returned it out to the 25. Good hog-type tackle. Got him around the shoulders and helmet.
Shoulders and face mask area, but no call was made, so it must have been okay.
Must have been clean, but the offense comes out. The big beef up front. Owsley, Thomason, Stone, Mack, and Jenkins. Chase Senelek, the quarterback, who's had a remarkable year with a bunch of touchdowns and no interceptions. Handed off to Doug Lance, the first running back to make an appearance tonight. He gets just past the line of scrimmage before their defensive line, including big number 44, Mason Fleming, turned him back. A gain of 1 at 2nd and 9. There's Chase's numbers, 130 out of 181, 1837, but 22 touchdowns and no interceptions. Just remarkable.
That should impress anybody who you don't have to be a great football fan to understand those are great numbers.
Again, Doug Lance gets the carry, this time coming left. This time he's met by a couple of linebackers, Caleb Blanton and Tyler Cooks. Another gain of about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8. See the replay. They got through.
Yeah,
the outside linebacker met him.
Really good job by number 7 there.
So 3rd and long, not what the Rangers like, but they have it here, 3rd and 8. Play action. Chase wants to throw, right side. Little off target, intended for TJ.
Little pressure.
And some pressure on him makes it incomplete. And the punting unit and Clayton Amaya will come out. Amaya on the season, 20 punts, 40.6. There's that big offensive line that didn't get a whole lot. They had decent pass protection, but didn't make many rooms. But again, the guys we talked about, Colton Thomason, targeted to go to Texas A&M to continue his.
It's a heavyweight fight for those guys.
Yeah.
It's early. They'll get their licks in, I promise you.
No doubt about it. Amaya didn't get much of this one. Off the side of his foot. He's going to get some roll, but it'll just barely go past midfield. And Manville will have a good look on offense to start at their own 48-yard line. The Rangers defense comes out, and it's a good one too. 9.1 points a game is what they're giving up. Last year we gave up 15 a game, and we thought that was really good.
Pretty incredible until you compare it to this year.
This year, 9.1 points a game. The Mavericks score about 30.5.
Something will be different then, won't it? Yeah.
Yes, it will. Caden Smith is the quarterback. He takes the snap, fakes a throw to the right, and throws a little screen pass to the running back, Riley, and it's incomplete.
Looks like Manville early is going to try to use Smithson Valley's aggressive D-line against them and go with the screen game. That's a rare first play of the half or first play of the game, but it is designed to try to slow your rush down.
And that is what they're concerned about. Caden Smith, a quarterback, 55% passing on 1,400 yards. He throws it again out to the running back, Riley, out here on the right flat. And he's breaking tackles and gets nearly first down yardage. In fact, I think it will be a first down. Yeah. As he carried a whole bunch of Rangers.
Initially defended rather well, but you got to make that tackle. You got to finish it. And
Gavin Woods and David DeHoyas both there. But he carried it up to the Ranger 41. It's first down. This time they hand it off to Riley. He's hit in the backfield, but carries a couple of defenders about 4 yards to the 37, and he's a pretty powerful back. On the season, he's carried the ball 96 yards for 486 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he looks better than that right now,
Start talking about yards after contact. So far, he's got about 16 yards of offense, and all of it's been after contact. He's doing a great job so far.
Maynard, one of the first to hit him in the backfield, but he's got them up for a 2nd down and 6 at the Ranger 37. A little bit of motion from a receiver. Play action. Smith wants to throw. He's got pressure. He throws it out to the flat, almost intercepted. The Rangers all over that one. Good coverage by Weston Ross. Almost had a chance for a pick.
It looks like a boring incompleted pass, but that's good pressure and good coverage. So well executed by the defense.
We got through the offensive line to put pressure on him right away, flushed him out to the right, and his throw was not very accurate.
Big play right here.
So 3rd and 6 from the 37. They're going to go 5 wideouts. Empty backfield. Smith, low snap. He's going to run it. Has some room up the middle, breaks a tackle, then gets inside the 30 to the 27 or 28. That's another first down for the Mavericks.
You're right on that formation, empty backfield, but that's a good running back that just caught that snap. He didn't have to throw it. He's plenty skilled at running it as well.
Yes, he's had about 80 carries for 440 yards. He has 24 touchdowns he's responsible for this year, 13 through the air and 11 by his legs. He gives it to Riley this time, going left. Some initial hits and then a great tackle by Weston Ross, flips him over.
Knocks the ball out, but the ground caused that.
So he'll get about a yard, maybe. We'll see. Maybe it's 2nd and 9. So ball at the 27. Our head linesman on the Ranger sideline. Another low snap, this time to Riley. Gets caught in the backfield and spun around. A nice tackle that time. Was that Garrett?
Number 9, yes.
McLean Garrett got him and spun him around. Sets up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 9.
Starting to tackle better early in the game. Now they're getting used to the speed of this kid and the quarterback as well. Starting to make better tackles.
Right there, he kind of grabbed him by the football almost and spun him around. So the Ranger defense trying to button up right here. From the 27, it's 3rd and 9. Bluffing pressure. Here they come. Smith gets rid of it, and it's picked off. Secondary has it, moving up the field. A good job by the secondary. That's the middle linebacker, Lane Richard, and the Rangers are back on offense.
Just enough pressure to make the quarterback get rid of it.
Receiver wasn't ready for it. He threw it before the receiver even had any idea it was coming.
Yeah.
And the Rangers have better position to start this time from the 25 the first time to the 31 this.
Looking on the replay, it looked like the D-line had something to do with that interception.
Oh, without a doubt. Both linebackers, both Gavin
Just because
Woods
the kid wasn't through with his route.
and Dud Zakowski were coming up the middle. So we were bringing 6. They had 5 blockers, and we got to him. Now Chase is going to work again. Fakes it to Lance. Has a man in the middle, and we've got a completion.
It's a nice quarterback read.
That's Kyler Clark on a good job that time, on a good catch against pressure. The safety,
they make the safety move with that play action, and then there's an opening right there in the middle of the field. Nice job.
Jalen O'Neal, a defensive back, not on the depth chart. Well, yes, he is on the depth chart. So he is a starting safety. Jalen O'Neal on the tackle, but it's a first down for the Rangers. Bafidis takes a little flip, tries to break a tackle, but gets gang tackled, and one of their players lost a helmet. So he'll come out, but again, they're doing a good job of getting into the way and slowing us down on our pass, or our
those plays start working later when they figure out a different way to block it or a different way to use the formations to get them out of that. But that was great defense on their part.
So 2nd and 12. We bluff the handoff. Senelic wants to look long, and somebody got stopped up. I think that was T.J. Hunt, who turned upfield and ran into one of the defensive backs, Avery Demery. But the ball went too far, and it's incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 12. What'd you see? He had plenty of time.
Yeah, I think the receiver got tangled up with the man covering him and wasn't able to finish his route.
So the Rangers 3rd and long. They bring pressure. Senelic has to get out of it, and he doesn't. Colton Thomas and then laid down one of their rushers. No, that was Will Mack laid down one of their rushers at the end of the play.
Yeah, I think they just ran into each other.
Yeah.
Their defense is playing well. You took away one good play for us, but other than that, they've been really moving to the ball well. See if we get a better punt this time.
Tyler Cooks, one of their linebackers, got in there as they blitzed about 7 guys, it looked like. Again, Amaya on to punt for the Rangers. Snap a little bit high. This one, again, a low squib type kick. Maybe the first one was on purpose that way. This one stays.
So.
Still doesn't see a whole lot of wind out there, but it may be stronger down there than we see up here.
Better field position for the Rangers on that kick, though.
Yeah, they did get the field turned a bit as they'll start the Mavericks on their own 23 this time. So Manville has their 2nd offensive possession starting from the 23. Again, Caden Smith is the quarterback. 6'1", 180, and a senior. Going to run it himself this time. Rangers plug him up at about the 25. Didn't see who was at the bottom of that pile.
That was a design quarterback run all the way. No option fake or no pass fake.
He just took the snap and go. Yeah. That was Gavin Woods that hit him initially after a couple of yards. The ball's at the 26. It's 2nd and 7. Little inside receiver. And first down for the Mavericks. Rangers rally to him, but not until he picks up about 10.
Yeah.
There's the defensive line of Garrett, Goss,
doing
Maynard,
a real good job so far.
And Herring. This time they give it to the backup tailback. That's Steve Polk, 6', 200-pound senior.
Yeah.
He leads the team with 100 carries for 560 yards.
Their success on offense right now, in my opinion, is coming after the first contact. So just got to tackle better.
Yeah.
The schemes are right, and we're beating blocks. We just got to tackle better.
Gave him a gain of 6. They're up to the 44. This time the quarterback keeps it after a fake. And he'll scramble ahead for what's close to first down yardage. They'll spot him out. What's that, the 47? He needs to get to the 48 for a first down. So 3rd and 1 as they again look to the sideline, as they've got 4 staff members of their coaching staff back at the 30 that they get the signals from. So coaches are watching their coaches to see what their play calls are. Yeah. This is another quarterback draw. This time he has first down yardage, and he busts it out near sideline. Finally wrestled down. Ross and Woods on the tackle. He's up to the 36 of the Rangers, and that'll be another first down. A little shaken up this time, though, as he got hit pretty hard and went down hard.
Might have landed on the football if we see the replay. Yeah, looks like a kid out of breath.
And there's their head coach, Kevin Hall. In his 5th season, he is 49-12 in those 5 seasons.
Say that one more time.
49-12.
That's pretty impressive.
In district play, they're 34-4, and they lost 3 district games this year. So figure that one out.
Yeah.
And they're 9-4 in the playoffs.
They have had success in 5A. They've had success in 6A.
Yeah, and they were successful before Kevin Hall got there, and they're successful now. Maybe we could show you where they are at if we could get the Manville graphic. They're down south of the city of Houston.
Yeah, they're in the Alvin School District, but there's a little town of Manville somewhere out there. So that's the second school that came into that school district, and now they have 4.
Almost straight south of Houston. Now you see Galveston, that's the east. But that is a productive area for high school football. Alvin, Texas. Isn't that where Nolan Ryan's from?
Nolan Ryan. They got a middle school named after him. They got a middle school named after Dr. Red Duke, if anybody knows who that is. Little trivia there.
So we've got Raman Seymour is the quarterback now. He hands it off as Smith went out for at least a play. We'll see if he comes back very quickly. Raman Seymour, he's a freshman. Doesn't have any stats coming into this game. But he's in at quarterback in an area around playoff game. A gain of 3 on the first carry. 2nd and 7. They give it to Polk again. He's hitting the backfield but falls forward for about 3 or 4 more. We'll give him 4. Now we'll give him 3. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 as with the new freshman quarterback Seymour.
You don't think they're going to throw it quite.
Yeah, I'd guess that they'll keep handing it off because their running backs are having productive nights so far.
As an offensive play caller, you think those yards after contact, they're going to bust a big one, so you got to keep hammering it, or it makes you feel like you're successful.
So a big 3rd down for the Ranger defense. They bring it on a sweep to Polk. He gets hit, then he gets driven back. Duffy, or I should say, De Hoyos hit him first. And then the rest of the Rangers kind of came in. McLean Garrett was among those. As that brings up 4th down. Now give him about a yard. No, I lost a 3.
Regular quarterback's back in the game, and so it looks like they're going to go for it.
So 4th down and about 7 from the 33. Caden Smith is back, the senior. We're going to blitz from the outside. They pick it up. And over the middle, the ball is
almost
tipped.
Picked again.
And almost intercepted, and then almost fell into the receiver's hands as it was tipped. As the Ranger defense comes up with a big stop there.
Yeah, we're losing the time of possession battle, but we're doing a really good job of keeping them out of scoring chances.
And our field position goes from the 25 to the 31, now the 33. So we're getting forward.
Need to make some first downs.
Cade Spradling, by the way, with that
almost interception.
Pass breakup. Yeah. So Senelek comes out for his 3rd possession. Play action. No. Handoff. This time the running back gets back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Ranger offense really not figuring out the defensive. And their defense right now has an advantage over our offensive line right
so
now.
Far, they're doing a really good job of
but it's early. We've almost played the whole first quarter as everybody's kind of kept the ball on the ground. As Lance is behind Chase again on 2nd down and 10. A couple of tight ends, one on either side right now.
Nice play by that outside player.
Hand it to Lance, and they trip him up. Right,
a little bit of an outside linebacker blitz helped that defensive effort on their part.
So their defense forces another 3rd and long for the Rangers. Caleb Blanton, the linebacker who made the trip up. He's been in on several plays already tonight. So 3rd and 10. We'll see what the Rangers dial up here, as we're down to the final 40 seconds of the first quarter. Play action. He gets rid of it before he gets hit. TJ Hunt goes up and makes a great catch. Just past midfield, in traffic. Couple of defenders there beside him, including linebacker Brady Elford, but he went up and made the catch. Let's look at it again. CJ gets rid of it just in time and behind the defender, and then he gets popped and still hangs on to it.
Great concentration to make that catch.
That was the inside linebacker Blanton that hit him. He's really going deep into pass coverage. So 1st down for the Rangers.
Probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yes. Play clock will run out, or game clock will run out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 quarter. We will take a timeout on the Rangers Network.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our new superintendent, Dr. John Chapman, to come up and share a few words with us. At this time, I'd like to...
And we're back to start the second quarter. Rangers at midfield, 1st and 10. Sinelek fakes the handoff. Has a man, that's Weston Ross, and it's incomplete as it goes over his head just past the 30-yard line. A ball that was kind of a 50-50 ball as the defensive back was right there with him, Quincy Nevins, but it's incomplete.
Quarterback put it where only our receiver threw it to the inside, so that defender couldn't get it because they fooled the safety with the play action. I think that's Smithson Valley's first down, if I'm not
the one
mistaken.
Yes, yes.
Finally got to move the ball a little bit.
So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Sinelek, little trickery in the backfield, gives it to Lance with some space, got downhill for the first time tonight and actually had some room to run, gets 4. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. You see here, Chase. Well, we'll go back to live action. Chase just kind of spun around and handed it to Lance, gave him some downhill running before he got to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 6, we'll have to see what we dial up here. Their defensive line kind of moves around a little bit. Offensive coaches come out and change the play. Play clock goes under 10. Chase again says something. Doug Lance says something to him. A quick up and out, and he passes it over the top.
Ooh.
Oh, and TJ Hunt had the ball in his hands and got popped big time. As that's Jamori Williams, their safety, who's a senior, dislodged the ball from TJ catching it.
You just have to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
That's a really good defensive play right there. Not a badly thrown ball, and
right.
Our receiver got his hands on it, but the safety's there to break it up.
Kind of one of those up and out moves that we've seen so many times with TJ. TJ shaken up just a bit, but gets up right away and makes his way off the field. So Clayton Amaya for the 3rd time tonight, a minute into the second quarter. Again, not getting it up in the air. This one will bounce great. Inside the 10, down at the 6. Rangers again flipping the field.
Yeah.
and starting the Mavericks back where they haven't been accustomed to tonight.
You don't want to use the word lucky on that, but that was a fortunate bounce on that punt as it got it down inside the 10.
He's been such a great punter all year, and I don't think it's a win thing now.
It looks like they're doing that on purpose.
They don't want somebody to return the punt.
Maybe so. But he's deliberately
well,
punting the ball
let me just
low.
tell you why. Their punt returner, Elijah Williams, 7 punts returned for 31 yards a return.
Oh,
that's probably why we're doing that.
Let's don't kick it to him.
Yeah, that's a good thing I did research, huh? A little slow in getting it out. Smith hands it off. This is the tailback, the first one who played, which is Andrew Riley. And he gets some yardage.
They're really
gain of about 7.
Doing a good job running the football right now. Their passes have been kind of iffy, but they're doing a good job running the ball.
And give it to Riley again. This time tripped up. Ball's loose. I think the Mavericks got it.
I believe they have it.
And they're going to spot it at about the 12 or 13. So on the 12, it's a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and a long 4.
On reviewing that, I'm not sure that would have been called a fumble. It looked like the ground caused
it. So 3rd and 4 for the Mavericks. He wants to throw, has a receiver on the near sideline. A catch is made by Javari Taylor, the senior, with his 26th catch of the year. This one for a 1st down.
Had him in good long yardage, and quarterback and receiver just executed well.
Gingrich on the coverage, but they, he threw it almost as quickly as the receiver made his turn. The ball was there with good timing for a 1st down. So again, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Ball, little mix-up in the backfield on the play action, and he'll throw this one away. He's still in the tackle box, though. And is there a receiver out there?
We'll see.
I think they're going to have to talk about this one because I think that's intentional grounding. There was not a receiver out here, and he was still in the tackle box.
Referees are talking about it. We'll see how they, what conclusion they reach here. That would be the definition of throwing it away on purpose.
He's not throwing the flag.
No.
He made an announcement.
There
it is. There it is. It took him a while. So it is intentional grounding. And that is a loss of down. So from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 20 for the Mavericks, as defense that time got in there quick. First of all, the play action, the handoff to Riley that he bluffed, lost the ball initially. And then his throw was crazy because he had all kinds of pressure. So we'll see what the defense does now is they'll throw it to the slot man, and he drops it. That is Christopher Totten, a senior, without a catch this year. That would have been his 1st catch of the year, and it didn't happen.
Trying to make something happen before the ball was in his hands. He knew he had big yards to gain, so that's a big play for us.
So the Rangers now defensively 3rd and 20. They have to get to the 30. The ball's on the 10. Kind of a good time for.
Better stop that quarterback draw.
Yeah, my guess is the way they've been throwing the ball, this is something run game, kind of trying not to make a mistake. Rangers bluff, blitz, but they don't. They bring 4, they get pressure. It's a screen pass. This to Riley.
Great
Caught in the backfield. Doug Zakowski puts him down on the spot. They'll have to punt from their end zone almost as the ball's on the 9.
You can see from the replay that he read that screen.
Yeah.
He knows he's got the back in coverage, so watch him come out of the. Yeah. There he is, ready to go.
He got blocked and got off the block. Yeah. Big,
nice play.
Let me say, big Elijah Cantu. The left guard got to him but couldn't put him down. And Doug Zakowski makes a big tackle.
Good preparation and good play. Got to have them both sometimes against talented people.
Their punter is Darius Green. Averages about 35 yards a punt on 37 punts. We got pressure and we actually bumped into him. but I think he acted a lot more than anything.
Yes, the referee stared at it the whole way and never
Yeah.
reached for his flag.
The punt is fielded by Bafidis. Rangers will start deep. Well, on their side of the 50 at the 36. That's deep enough for me. I like that field position. Oh, yeah. You know, if he'd have just gone down, he might have sold it better than the extra spin.
I only coach football and other sports. I think that's a pirouette, though. when you call that a pirouette?
If you say so. If you say so. Well, just in case you're wondering, these playoffs will continue in 5A, Division I, Region 3. Let's see if we can see where we'll be and who we'll go up against if we win this one. As the Rangers in the area around right now. There you see our win over Cedar Park, their win over Waldrop.
Fulshire or Consolidated. I don't know where they're playing tonight, but those are two really talented teams.
Two very good teams. Fulshire from their district.
They beat Manville 9-7.
Yeah. So it's a good-looking bracket right now. If the Rangers can continue, they'll have a chance to play some more. Pretty tight game so far. We've played, almost 15 and a half minutes, and no one scored. Rangers in their deepest movement so far on offense, starting at their 36. Sinalik. This is DeHoyas, the running back. He got ahead of steam. He'll get about 5 or 6 down at the 30, but that's the first time we've really seen movement at the line of scrimmage where there was something open for him to run through.
Definitely a downhill run.
Yes. He
Good
got
blocks.
popped, really good pop. Good job by their defense. It continues to put licks on us. Jamori Williams with that tackle. And he's a safety.
Be really, really good if the offensive line could get it going like that several times. Might go get in the end zone.
2nd and 4 from the 30. Chase to DeHoyas. Same area, bounces it outside a little bit. Gets first down yardage before he's wrestled down. Good job by David DeHoyas. Avery Demery in on the tackle for the Mavericks. Good job. That was TJ Hunt that even did a little bit of blocking out there for him. So the offensive line has all of a sudden found some room to give the running backs maybe some Bafidis right here, maybe on 1st and 10. I don't know. We don't change much. Chase gives it to Hoyas again. This time comes right. This time still has some room. He'll get a gain of 4 up to the 20. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know, Bafidis is not really your prototype ram it up their fullback, but he made a good block on that play.
He did.
He's there for some of those trick plays and draws and fly sweeps, but when he doesn't have the ball in his hand, he's still a good football player.
Well, and honestly, the more he blocks, the more he can be open later when we play action and spin it around to him going the opposite way. Because their defense is moving very well with the ball.
Yeah.
They do run to the ball well. 2nd and 6 from the 20. A tight end on either side. This time to Hoyas. Up the middle. Good play action fake by Chase, but they'll only give him a yard to the 19, even though the pile kind of moved forward a little bit after that.
We're in pretty good field goal range, but we need to convert this 3rd down and keep the drive going.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
So it is 3rd and 5 from the 19. Offensive line. Chase is going to throw. Has a tight end and just beyond his reach.
Yeah, that was 1st down yardage. That might have been touchdown.
Yeah, Mason Birch, who caught a passes in the first 8 straight games, now has 10 on the season. Just couldn't bring that one down as Chase had to give it up a little quicker than he wanted to and knew when he let it go that it was just outside. And here comes Clayton Amaya. He's going to be trying a 36-yard field goal.
3 field goals last week.
3 of them last week that started the Rangers off. And they were all good-looking field goals. Here's the kick. It's long enough. It looks straight enough, and the Rangers take an early lead. With 6:04 to go, 2nd quarter, the Rangers go up 3-0.
if we show that clip again of last week, I think the most impressive field goal was the shortest one against the wind. The game was still in the balance, and kicker and holder and snapper did a great job executing against or in some really hard conditions.
So in a game where, there he is again, in a game where points could be a real priority tonight because both defenses are playing so well, to get the first points, what's that do for your team?
Well, you can't be disappointed with a field goal. You know, you're having a hard time moving against a really good defense, and so you've got to look at that as a positive. And you can't start saying we have to have a touchdown, because like last week, those 3 field goals put us in a position where they couldn't catch us. So, got to see that as a great thing right there.
So now the Rangers will kick it off. Amaya, who handles just about every kicking thing we have out here.
Yes,
he's that good.
He's talented enough to be three players for him. Kickoff guy, field goal guy, punter.
That looks like it's Darius Clerkley. 3 kickoff returns for 28 yards a return so far this year. Amaya's kick is a good one. Chases Clerkley over to the corner of the end zone, and he fields it and steps out of. Does he get in the end zone out?
I'm not sure what they're signaling.
Let's see what he ends up. He kicked the
knocked
pylon
over. That would mean that he made it in the end zone. That's right.
I think he fielded it and then stepped into the end zone.
If we have a replay of that, that's maybe out of our perfect camera view, but they're talking about it a long time. Maybe they need our opinion.
They're going to call it at the 1, I believe. Yeah, he's at the 1. He stepped out of bounds and then turned around to run, and which kind of
now if I was
to me that's a lack of experience kickoff returner, that you just don't let that one go.
You should just let it go. It's going to be out of bounds or in the end zone.
Out of bounds is at the 30. And in the end zone's at the 25. So
couldn't do better than that. That's right.
Instead, he fielded it, and they're at the 1. So the Ranger defense has a chance to maybe make something happen here and make a good situation out of a mistake by the Mavericks. Here comes their offensive unit. 5.
It's a great job by our camera crew picking up that in the.
5:48 to go, second quarter. Rangers up 3-0. Mavericks pinned deep in their own territory, starting at 1st and 10 from the 1.
Let's make something bad happen.
Our officials, we got the 2 sideline judges on the far sideline.
Still discussing something.
They're calling the referee over. It's a little late to change it now because they had plenty of time to talk about it. And if the linesman on their sideline, maybe their coaches fed him some information that might have changed it. Now he's going to explain it to their coach. That's Kevin Hall. And he wants to know why the ball's not in the end zone, and I think they're telling him because he stepped out of bounds.
You can tell by his body language he really wasn't happy even after they explained it.
Well, I think he understood what he thought had happened. He was just trying to see if he could catch them and saying something they shouldn't have.
Yep, he stepped out.
Yeah, he did. So Caden Smith, we'll see what he can do with his Mavericks. He's going to throw it quick to the sideline, and I think it's incomplete.
Going to call it a catch.
No, the receiver or the referee called it a catch. That's Donovan Simeon. Made the catch up around the 6, maybe the 7. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Hand off to Polk, hitting the backfield but falls forward. Looks like he's just shy of 1st down yardage.
Even when we have their back and quarterback wrapped up, they still make 2 yards. They still gain something.
Watch him. That's Polk.
Yep. That's 3 kids colliding with him, and he's still moving.
Yep. Here he is again. Polk has 1st down yardage past the 12-yard line up to the 14. So another 1st down for the Mavericks. 1st and 10 from their own 14. Is again, their backs don't have big holes, but they're just carrying people, and they're running with a lot of authority.
Yards after contact is wears down your defense, and you stop doing that.
Steve Polk, again, I told you 560 yards, 9 touchdowns this year. This is him coming near side, then gets hit by Dudzikowski and driven back by other Rangers. They'll spot him up to the 15. It's a gain of 1. Second and, what do we call that? 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, pardon me. 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6.
Yeah, they've got to get to the 21 for a first down. Ranger linebackers making lots of plays tonight. Woods. Right now it's Spradling and Dudzikowski. We could go empty on the backfield. Quarterback's going to throw it. He's got a man over the middle, and he completes it. De Hoyos will tackle the receiver just shy of midfield, but a big-time catch by their tight end, Joseph Padillo.
It's a linebacker dropping into coverage there, and he just did a good job of throwing it right over the top of him.
Padillo, his 22nd catch on the season. He has 3 touchdowns. He's a tight end, kind of a Y receiver, so doesn't line up tight.
Really big play for them right there.
So that gets him out of, started this drive at the 1. They're now at the 48. Here's a quarterback keeper. He's got room into the secondary. Gets by a tackler. He's got one man to beat. He's got a block. He's going to go to the house. That is Caden Smith, his 12th touchdown run of the year for the Mavericks. The Mavericks take a 6-0 lead with the extra point to come.
Either the Smithson Valley linebacker was on a stunt, or he just went a little wide on what you call a scrape off of that defensive end. The defensive end knows he has the dive part, the running back part of that option, but the linebackers, he just a little wide.
Cross in for the extra point. And he sends it through. 3:30 to go. Second quarter. Mavericks up 7-3. Ranger offense now has to come back and do something good because they find themselves down by 4.
With points hard to come by so far, that's a big play by Smithson Valley to kick the field goal, and unfortunately a bigger play by the Mavericks to get that long run by the quarterback.
So the big pass, kind of the key play of that drive that got them from tenuous territory, still back around their 20 to midfield, and then the first play after that, they break the quarterback on the RPO.
2 big plays back to back.
Back to back. So the Rangers will come out in kickoff reception. Clark and Bafidis will go deep. Ross, Dudzikowski, and De Hoyos.
Had a return chance with the wind, or when they kicked it. So now when they kick it against the wind, we should have another chance for return here.
Should have, yes. First half coming to a close and not very much time. A lot of running the ball, a lot of clock movement.
Clock stayed going.
Kickoff from Green. Will carry inside the 5. Clark at the 2. Takes it far sideline. Has a seam. Has a lane. One man to beat. Now Pursuit catches up, but he's still loose. Can he win the foot race?
I think he did.
He'll go the distance. Kyler Clark did it for the Rangers.
That's how you answer a long run like that. Quarterback's run. What a great play by the whole kickoff return unit. Some awesome blocks there.
Awesome at the onset as they gave him a lane to start with. Then his speed got him around the second level. Here
See if we can call out some blocks. Great. There's his buddy Bafidis out in front.
Bafidis, yes. And look at him. He outruns everybody. Chasing him that time, Caleb Riggs, a defensive back who's a junior.
Good block by De Hoyos, too.
Extra point from Amaya on a low snap, but a good hold is good. And just like that, The Rangers with a 98-yard kickoff return. Wow. Wow is all I can say.
You know, it's a special block when the other return man is the one who springs you for the touchdown. That's a pretty good deal. Great block by Bafidis, great run by Clark.
Just amazing. As the Rangers, who lost the lead just by clock time 15 seconds ago.
You know, they keep trying to take that play away by rules. They let them fair catch. They let them, move the ball back in college to a kick and move the ball even further back in the pros. But, you know, there's nothing more exciting than to answer the other team's touchdown with a kickoff return for a touchdown. You think you have momentum, and then it just goes to the other side.
I believe that's Clerkley still back for the Mavericks. He's the only guy back south of the 30. They've got two guys at the 30, between the 25 and the 30. He's back about the 5. Amaya will kick off into what wind there is.
They move back after we break away from the hash mark, so they move back a little bit. They've got some guys about the 20 now.
Yeah. So Amaya will kick it off. The Rangers with the lead of 10-7, 3:15 to go, second quarter. This kick, a good one. And Clerkley will let it go this time. He won't even get near it. It bounces at the goal line and goes into the end zone.
I bet they took a time to discuss with him the merits of letting one go if he's not sure.
Do you think he learned anything there? I think he did.
He did it like they wanted to that time.
Yes. So the Mavericks will bring it out to the 25 on the ball that goes into the end zone, and the Ranger defense, which got scored upon during the last offensive possession by the Mavericks, will now try to rectify that.
You also think, well, they didn't get much rest because there was no offense. They don't mind. They don't mind at all now. They're ready to play.
Garrett, Gass, Maynard, Herring. Right now, Dudzikowski, Richard, and Woods in the linebackers. Duffy, DeHoyas, Ross, and Gingrich in the secondary. There's a first down run that won't get but a loss of a couple.
Another running play on first down. They're going to stick with that. I know that they had a big play with the pass, but they're going to stick with running the football because they've been successful with that.
Honestly, I think that's what they run for 160 yards. They pass for 130 a game. So the running is their bread and butter, even though they like to send 3 receivers wide every time. They feel their offensive line's good. Here's play action. Smith pulls it down. He wants to throw, and it's incomplete. As a receiver on the far sideline, Simeon, was basically out of bounds when the ball got there, so no good. It's 2nd and 10. 3rd and 12, pardon me.
Just enough pressure to keep him from making that perfect throw.
And I told you before the game started in some of the pregame conversation we had, I thought they'd like to get him out of the pocket and throw on the run more. And whoa. And that was a pass play all the way, wasn't it?
Yes, I'm not sure. Maybe they had their formation incorrect and just covered a normal receiver rather than an offensive lineman being downfield.
So 3rd and 12. We declined that, right? So it's 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Play clock begins on the whistle. Game clock at 2:36 after the incomplete pass. Now they motion empty backfield. Smith has run a lot on this. This time he wants to throw. Has a receiver on the hash, and that's first down yardage.
It's a well-executed play. He was patient and let the receiver find that gap between the linebacker and the safety.
That's the Padilla, the tight end / Y receiver. Makes another big catch for them for another first down. So the ball at the 42. It's 1st and 10. As they continue to move the ball with big plays on the offensive side, throwing it. First down. He wants to run, does Smith. Trying to beat him to the corner, and the Rangers beat him there. DeHoyas watched him go out of bounds after a loss of about 1.
Stops the clock.
Well, I guess they're going to put him back at that's at the 41, yeah. The linesman on the far side was staying at the 42, but it's 2nd and 12. So what do you do now? Game clock stops again on the play out of bounds. 2 minutes. they've got to get points. That's where they've got to feel, right? They want to go into the locker room because they get the ball in the second half with something positive. Smith with 2 backs, both to his left. Now they go, well, the one behind him, they're both to his right now as the play clock goes under 5. Takes the snap, gives it to Riley. Now the linebacker got sucked in and he gets outside. Ross makes the tackle about the 48. That'll be about 5 yards shy of a first down.
They're not huddling, but they're not in a super big hurry to get this play off.
That time I think Dudzikowski came in from the right and got caught up. And Ross came up and made a nice play. So 3rd down and a long 4. Quarterback keeper gets over a tackler and then gets shoved out of bounds and gets thrown out of bounds. That going to be kind of dangerous on that, not to do too much out of bounds.
Short of the first down for sure. Clock stop. They got plenty of time to think about what to do on 4th down.
They'll spot him at about midfield. So that brings up 3rd and about 3, maybe 2.5.
Yeah, fourth. They're bringing a punt unit or some kind of trick.
Well, they got more players on the field than I've ever seen before. That's about 20 of them.
Probably 11 and 11. Full swap out for a hockey line change for their punt team there.
Yeah, hockey line change is what that was. Maybe a fake punt here?
I don't know.
Minute 28 to go. You don't want to give us a short field, do you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. The punt is high. Doesn't go very far. Fair catch by De Hoyos.
Yeah.
And the Rangers will start from about the 24-25 with a minute and change to go.
Yeah, that's a pretty good defensive stand, but they did get to use up a lot of the clock, so we'll be limited on our ability to move it way down.
So from the 22, we'll start 1st and 10 as the Rangers run it a couple of times and see if you can break something before you even try to throw it, or what do you think?
I think they're gonna try to score, or they're not interested in just sitting there. I don't believe.
Okay. Sinlick. Little sweep action. This is Sampson, the freshman. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets loose. He's on the sideline. He's still going. Gets shoved out of bounds past the 30. That's nearly a first down for the freshman who was caught in the backfield. I'd like to see the replay there.
He wasn't going to go down after contact, that's for sure. He's a talented player.
Little flip back to Quentin Sampson. Has a man there. Has a man who kind of turns him there. Then shoved out of bounds after he gets a first down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Rangers. A minute 12 to go. Clock stopped. Play action. Has TJ Hunt getting held all over the place, and there's the flag.
Yeah.
TJ's trying to turn around and be receiving of the ball, and he's being held from turning around. So Sinlick just kind of throws it up, letting him try to make a play like he's done all year. And now every one of our five of our 6 officials, is the other officials being caught by their head coach, Hall. The field judge walks him back to the sideline, but 5 officials huddled up at the 40. We'll see what the call is. Looks like they're taking it back. Uh-oh. Uncatchable because it was out, but they're offsides.
That's why there were so many flags. That uncatchable thing is hard to discern sometimes because it's uncatchable because he had a hold of him, you know.
That's not uncatchable.
Yeah. I think he has a chance to catch that ball if the guy doesn't have him with both hands.
I don't know if he can catch it inside in the
maybe not
in the field.
Maybe not. Those officials, they do a good job.
Yeah.
You know, they do a good job.
So 5 yards makes it 1st and 5. Now we're at the 37. A minute 2 to go as the game clock is stopped again. Couple of tight ends going out for a pass. Chase chased and sacked. For the first time tonight, they get to him. And that's the big man inside, Mason Fleming, that got to him first. Also inside linebacker Caleb Blatton was there, but they sacked Chase back at the 32. the original line of scrimmage. It's now 2nd and 10, and the clock runs with 40 seconds. Play clock about 10 seconds less than the game clock. We'll huddle up. 2nd and 10. The blitzing linebacker teamed with their best pass rusher. 8 sacks on the season for Fleming. Chase will run it up the middle. Spins around the linebacker, then gets stood up by a secondary member, Nevins, and they bring him down as the Rangers call a timeout.
Yeah.
With 13 seconds to go, the ball will be about the 42. That'll be close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. So it is our first timeout. We'll keep it here as the Rangers lead at 10-7 and about 13 seconds to go in the first half. It's either, well, they moved the chains. It's 3rd and about a half a yard. So in a playoff game tonight, Fulshear is leading A&M Consolidated 28-17. That one a little more offensive than this one is. Fulshear out of 10-5A. A&M Consolidated out of 11-5A.
We were the only team to get out of our 4. Was that correct? Yeah.
Yes. 12-5A, 3 of the 4 lost to 11-5A in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
The Rangers the only one of the 4 to win. So with 13 seconds to go, you figure you got maybe run something that might break, huh?
Yeah, you'd like to catch them, but they're going to be aware of any trick plays. They're going to play safeties a little deeper.
Play action, looking for TJ down the field. He gets spun around and then he gets tackled. That's got to be a flag.
Got to call that.
He simply got brought down as he spun around to catch the ball. They just grabbed him and put him down. So with 6 seconds to go, we got 2 officials talking again. I don't understand.
Guess they're just making sure.
The two officials on their sideline. And you know coaches have an influence over their sideline officials, but that is a flag at the 30-yard line, and that should be first down for the Rangers.
Yeah, it's not the spot of the foul.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I knew that.
It's hard. It's hard with
too many NFL games.
All
in my
3
mind.
at the same time, though. It's hard to keep that straight.
So the ball moved up to the 43-yard line, so the Rangers will have one play with 6 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Unless they throw a quick out 10 or 15 yards down and try to get Amaya.
Yeah, 6 seconds is pretty tight for that kind of thing, but we'll see what happens.
I won't argue with you there. Got basically an uncovered slot receiver with a defensive safety about 12 yards deep. Is that procedure? False start on the Rangers. We were in a hurry to get there.
Yep. I believe that's the first penalty called on Smithson Valley for the half.
So the clock should go back to 6 seconds.
Yes, I hear the referee saying that. Get one more tick on the clock than the 5.
Looks like he's before it. There it is. So 6 seconds again now from the 48, though, not the 43. We'll see what the Rangers, a little bit different formation. Senelik rolls out and then throws it as far as he can. He's got Clark on the sideline. He makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the half.
Yeah.
So a great throw and a great catch, just not in the field of play, and we're at halftime. The Rangers, who kicked a field goal, then watched Manville drive from their own 1 to get a 52-yard run to cap off a drive to go up 7-3. And the Rangers returned the ensuing kickoff 98 yards. Kyler Clark made it 10-7, and that's the Rangers as we go into the halftime locker room, and Larry Hill has a couple of officials out on the sideline giving them a piece of his mind, like Coach Hall has done on the officials on his sideline. Larry was not pleased there, as the side judge and the head linesman both had to listen to him. But we're at halftime.
Probably calling about that. Could have, even though our kid caught the ball, that's still pass interference over there.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been, because their corners are, their defensive backs have been handsy all night long.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at the half. Rangers lead at 10-7 right here on the Rangers Network.
We're here to celebrate Colton and TJ and Gavin and David for their accomplishments on and off the field. Before we get started, I'd like to but thank their parents for all that they do for them, the early mornings, the late evenings, driving them to camps and combines, and everything that you've done for them throughout their lives and will continue to do as they move forward into the next chapter of their careers. But just watching these four play seems like forever. I was just talking about how it seems like David's been in high school for 6 years instead of 4. But nonetheless, when you think Ranger football, you think success, you think of just the culture, and annually they're playing for championships and the goal of being a state champion. And, you know, it's because of their leadership and their coaching staff, and that's why they're successful, and for individuals like them. So thank you again for being here. I'd like to introduce David Castro from San Antonio Sports. I'd like to thank WAI and all the affiliates for being here. And so at this time, I'd like to bring up David Castro from SA Sports.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is David Castro. I'm our Director of Events of San Antonio Sports, and I'm happy to be here on behalf of NBC and the All-American Bowl, which San Antonio Sports has had a long-lasting relationship with over the years. Welcome to today's jersey presentation as we celebrate Colin Thomason's selection to the most elite high school sporting event in the country, the All-American Bowl on NBC. As NBC Sports-owned property, the All-American Bowl is a part of the marquee lineup of elite events. This includes the Olympics, the Premier League, and the #1 primetime show since 2011, NFL Sunday Night Football. The All-American Bowl has well established itself as the nation's premier high school all-star football game. 533 NFL draft picks, 193 Pro Bowl selections, 86 Super Bowl champions, and 16 Heisman Trophy finalists have played their final game of their high school career wearing an All-American jersey. NFL stars such as Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Ramsey, Ezekiel Elliott, and college standouts Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud all kicked off their playing careers on this stage. Each year, more than 20,000 people watch from the stands inside the Alamodome right here in San Antonio, and millions tune in live on the broadcasts on NBC and Peacock, making the All-American Bowl the highest-rated all-star high school sporting event on television. For many, playing in the All-American Bowl is the first step to becoming a household name. For more than 1 million high school football players across the country, only the 100 of the best, like Colton, receive an invitation to play in the nation's most elite high school sporting event. For Colton Thomason, it all starts here, and we are extremely excited to be here at Smithson Valley and welcome Colton to the All-American Bowl family. Today, we will also be celebrating David DeHoyce, TJ Hunt Jr., and Gavin Woods' selection to the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game presented by HEB. Before we present their jerseys, we'd like to acknowledge a few individuals who have had an important role in making the event a reality. Principal Michael Wall, Athletic Director Brian Martinez, and Athletic Coordinator Marsha Hammond, Head Coach Larry Hill, and the parents and guardians of our players, Jason and Ashley Thomason, Edward and Betty DeHoyce, Timothy and Tomika Hunt, and Heath and Denise Woods. None of this would be possible without the leadership of Coach Larry Hill, who has led the program since 1993 and was the head coach for the East team in our 2018 game. Coach Hill also played in the All-Star game in 1979, representing East Central High School. Congratulations on your terrific season as you all finish the season tomorrow night against Seguin. We wish you and your team the best of luck as you all prepare for the postseason and a run towards the UIL state championship. Coach Hill, NBC Sports, the All-American Bowl, and San Antonio Sports would like to thank you for your leadership for this team and your role of developing the success of Colton, David, Timothy, and Gavin. Everyone, please welcome Coach Hill.
Thank you, David. That was 79? Could have left that part out. But I know what a thrill it was for me to get to play in the game. It was the first ever, the UIL had just changed the rules to allow such games, and to be selected and play and interact with those guys for a week, guys you didn't know, maybe played against, or maybe you didn't know at all, never played against, still has some relationships from that 1 week of playing. That lasts till this day. So I know our guys are going to get an opportunity to do that, and we're thrilled for them. We're also thrilled for their teammates. Without the role and the support of their teammates playing alongside of them, and these guys playing alongside of you, that district championship that he just mentioned and those goals that are still out ahead of us wouldn't be possible. And accolades tend to come when teams win. And you say, well, you got to have talent to win, and you got to win to have accolades. I don't know, how all that works, but it is a tribute to the guys that play with them, and but we're proud of you. Not only these 4 young men, excellent choices to play in these games, but they're great young men too. And Andrew Sendejo, who just recently retired from the NFL, played here. He a little phrase that bounces around the league he always used to say when he comes by is, Coach Hill, NFL stands for not for long. And you don't get to play forever, but you got to go be a respected man in your community for the rest of your life. And they could have chosen a number of our players, and I won't get into, who gets chosen, who doesn't. I'm not into that, but I'll tell you this. These 4 guys behind me are tomorrow's leaders, and hopefully they play well tomorrow night first. Okay, then we'll worry about some all-star game in January later. But I'm as proud of them as the kind of people that they are, as well as how well they play and how they represent our program and our other guys, how they represent Smithson Valley High School, and and their parents and the community of Smithson Valley. And extremely proud of that. Want to congratulate you for being selected. Could have chosen a bunch of guys, but couldn't have found 4 better ones than this. So congrats, guys, and thank y'all all for coming out today. Honor.
Thank you, Coach. Well said. At this time, San Antonio Sports would like to congratulate our 3 All-Stars being selected to the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game presented by HEB. Gentlemen, stand up, and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, guys. In addition to those 3 gentlemen being selected to our game, we also have one of the best to receive the opportunity to play in the All-American Bowl. The All-Americans are selected for their talent, their skill set, and their work ethic both on and off the field. Throughout his high school career, Colton has demonstrated his commitment to the game of football and has racked up some impressive stats. Colton will continue his football career at Texas A&M next fall. Colton, on behalf of NBC Sports, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2023 All-American Bowl.
Thank you. And I want to start off by thanking God and the opportunity He's blessed me with. I want to thank my parents, my mom, Ashley, and my dad, Jason. Without them being able to take me around the country and help devote lots of blood, sweat, and tears and hours into the craft that I love, I don't think I'd be here today. I want to thank Smithson Valley, Mr. Wall, and the best community around. Thank you all for coming out and supporting me and supporting the Rangers in everything we do. I want to thank my teammates. They say in the Bible, Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron, such as one man sharpens another. We have the best defense in the state, and being able to go against them every week has truly helped me become a better player and a better teammate. I'd like to thank our coaches. We can't have a good defense without a good scheme, and we can't have a great offense without a good scheme. So they've definitely put in the best scheme for us to be the best team that we can be and go clinch district and eventually go win us a state championship. And I'd like to thank the All-American Selection Committee. It was always a dream of mine to become an All-American. So now getting to finish my high school career in the best stadium in the world with the best community in the world, it means everything to me. Thank y'all.
Thank you and congrats, Colton. Everyone, be sure to follow the rest of the All-American Bowl's Road to the Dome on NBCSports.com and on social media at AAB on NBC, as it makes its way down to the beautiful San Antonio Riverwalk and inside the Alamo Dome in January. Come to the Alamo Dome on Saturday, January 7th to cheer on Colton as he represents Smithson Valley High School on national television at the 2023 All-American Bowl live on NBC and Peacock. And also, David, TJ, and Gavin as they represent the Rangers in the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game live on CW35. Tickets are now on sale at the Alamo Dome box office and on Ticketmaster. It's one ticket for 2 games and a lot of great football. We hope to see you all there. Rangers, one more time, please help us congratulate your All-Stars, David, Timothy, and Gavin, and All-American Colton Thomason.
It means everything to me, It was always a dream of mine to go and play in the All-American Bowl, so getting to finish up my high school career with the best community in the world behind my back in my hometown, it's a lot. I went to most of the games every year since I was like 7, 8 years old. So it's really cool to finally get to be a part of it.
It means that all my work paid off from all the texts we did, all the hard work I put in. It means it all paid off. I'm just happy. Yeah.
It means a lot. It's a great pleasure. It's just a work ethic and something that we can all look forward to.
It means so much, just being able to represent my community and this school and everything that I've ever worked for in 17 years, and I'm so excited and ready to get to work.
We're at halftime here in Bastrop, and you see the scoring that's happened. That was the field goal by Amaya. And then Smith runs the quarterback 52-yard touchdown. Then the ensuing kickoff return, Kyler Clark gets outside, avoids one tackler, a great block, and then outruns the crowd as the Rangers went back on top. And there you see the celebration after they take a 10-7 lead. And the Rangers, that's their lead here at halftime in Bastrop in the area round playoff game against Manville. We're on the Rangers Network.
Hey, good morning. My name is Josh Kafura. I'm Evelyn Cox Kafura's daddy. Hey, baby girl, I love you. I miss you. For you guys that didn't know, this Friday is Veterans Day. I myself am a 12-year Navy SEAL veteran, and I've also spent the better part of last year being in different parts of Africa, helping countries be able to better protect themselves, much like I did while I was in the Navy, protecting our country. This time away has been really hard for me and Evelyn. I miss her every single day, and I can't wait to get back. And I just want to say I love you, baby girl, and happy Veterans Day to everybody. Evelyn!
everybody. Welcome back to another Discovery Kitchen. My name is Sylvia, and I'm a registered dietitian, and we've got Chef Mario.
Hey, how's it going? It's Halloween time. It's
Spooky season.
Days. So we're gonna go seat to table, and we have brought our little friend with us.
Yes, he's awesome. Chef Mario carved him himself. I'm impressed.
Oh, look at that. So, there's a couple of things I can do, ma'am.
Whoa, put the knife down.
Oh, let me put the knife down. I'm not going to get violent, but I did want to say that.
It looks good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
But what is our theme this month, Mario?
Well, seed to table.
Yes,
today,
seed to table.
So these are all things that you can grow in your garden.
From a seed.
You can get them from a farmer's market.
Farmer's market. If you don't want to grow them yourself, I understand.
Yeah.
It's hard to grow stuff.
Well, yeah, you can go to the farmer's market. You can go to the market itself, period.
Yes.
You can go to the food bank. And
Yeah, they do.
And they happen to have vegetables too, should you be in that position. Get it. Get it.
So, awesome. We're making sauteed vegetables.
Sauteed vegetables.
And what else?
And while I'm at it, I'm going to turn around and show you that you could. I've got some egg whites here, so I want to show you a little frittata. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil here.
Okay. So we got a bonus. We're gonna make some stir-fried vegetables and a frittata.
All at the same time.
All at the same time.
How about
Because
that?
they both go together.
Woo! So we're gonna add our egg whites down here.
Awesome. Is your fire on?
No, we're going to.
Or we're gonna light it up right
We're
now?
gonna light it up in just a second. We're gonna be patient.
I will be patient.
So we got that. We got fire going.
Awesome. Egg whites are the part of the egg that has most of the protein and has a lot of the nutrients as well. But egg whites are full of protein. The yolk is the part that has mostly fat.
Yes, and we're gonna add some.
What are those?
These are cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes.
If you happen to have some heirloom tomatoes, those are equally great.
Equally delicious.
Just cut them in half.
Yes.
Add
Those are
them in there.
awesome.
Boom.
Into our egg whites?
Into the egg whites.
Okay.
Okay. And we happen to have some spinach.
Ooh, spinach. It is so nutritious, has so many vitamins and minerals.
And it's
these leaf. Just a leaf.
It's a leafy. Yeah, my grandchildren say, can we have some leaves? They don't call them spinach.
They don't call them spinach? They call them leaves?
Leaves. They don't have leaves. Yes, okay.
Really, it's so nutritious and dense with vitamins and minerals, and it's just a leaf, and it has all those amazing things in there.
And it's gonna cook down,
Yes,
So.
spinach wilts like really crazy. So you see that amount, it's gonna look like this small after he cooks
So
it.
next thing I'm gonna add is red onion. Okay.
Ooh, why red and not white? Do you just like the color?
I think it's more color, and I think we've spoken about the color in your diet.
Yes.
And how important that is.
Yes, adding colors.
So I'm gonna add that in there.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna add just one cut.
Onion. Does it make you cry when you cut onions, Mario?
But they say the jealous ones don't cry. So
Oh.
So and we're gonna add some mushrooms.
Okay, onion goes back. Mushrooms. I love mushrooms. It's a fungi.
It's a fungi, and I've noticed I added the stem on this one. You don't have to, because you could turn around and just
take out the stems.
Pop it out, eh? No
Reduce
pasa nada.
food waste, and you can use it. Would
There
be
you
better.
go.
But either way, as long as you eat
So
your
we're
vegetables.
adding some mushrooms in there.
Delicious. They have a. There's special mushrooms that they're grown under UV light, and if they're grown under UV light, they have really high amounts of vitamin D in them, which is really cool. A lot of Americans don't get enough vitamin D in the diet, so you can get them in your mushrooms.
Sorry.
Awesome. Got your whisk, Mario?
Yes.
Whisking up the egg skillet that we have with the tomatoes and the spinach and the mushroom.
And it's cooking on low. We're just gonna let it
Let
sit.
it simmer.
Yeah, we're not gonna add any more to that.
Okay.
But you could.
Okay.
And I've shown you how to cut. And this is one they call one
What
of
is
these.
that?
That is a fire bell pepper.
A fire bell pepper?
Looks like fire,
That's like a combination of the red and the yellow. And
Yes.
almost orange, because those primary colors make orange.
Yes.
So, wow.
Isn't that neat?
And I've talked about bell peppers before. They're really high in vitamin C, which is really good for our immune health. Helps us fight off bad germs, especially during the season, right? We've got viruses going around, flu, COVID, so make sure to eat your colorful vegetables, especially yellow, orange, and red.
So we're just going to add a couple of these.
Or is that squash?
This is the yellow squash.
Squash.
And I have scored it because I like to play with my food.
Yes, he makes them nice and designed here.
Yeah. So anyway, we've got that going.
Perfect. Zucchinis.
And I'm going to get some
asparagus.
Okay. Now,
Delicious.
the neat thing about the asparagus, and I love these spears, so I may just turn around and what the heck, you know? I'm going to add these spears.
I like the tops of them. They become the most tender.
Frittata, okay?
And the tops, and asparagus are very wiry. They're kind of tough. You have to cook them for a good amount of time for them to get soft. It's because they have a lot of fibers in them, which means they're really good for your digestive health.
Right?
Yes.
And we're going to go for some broccoli.
Ooh. Look at all these colorful vegetables. I love it. Broccoli, broccoli, broccoli. Do you like broccoli, Mario?
I love broccoli, you know, and today we served broccoli and cheese on the line.
Yes, we did.
For the kiddos. And I noticed that they really, really enjoyed that. But I noticed that if you take your broccoli and you break it into little trees, as they say, the children will tend to eat more.
Yes.
If you give it to them in big ones, they tend to not eat that and they just toss it around on the plate.
Food, the size of your food impacts the texture of your food. So if it's in smaller pieces, your kids are more likely to eat them because they're not so big. I like my vegetables cut up still, and I'm an adult, so. And yellow. Awesome.
And we're going to add some more olive oil here to keep this moist and going.
Olive oil, right?
Olive oil. And I'm the last one that I'm going to add is some of this orange. I like the color.
Bell pepper, yes.
I really do like those colors.
Awesome. How long are you going to stir fry this for?
And again, you don't want to kill this. So you want to go maybe about no more than 4 minutes on this.
4 minutes, okay.
Yeah, but
you want to keep them crisp?
2 to 3 is good. You just want to flash saute. And over here we're doing pretty good. The frittata is doing really, really good. So we're doing good over here. Awesome. Good in the hood. So we're going to leave it alone. And believe it or not, it's about done. Yes. So like I said, you can just turn it in there and kind of forget about it. As you can see, here we are.
Oh, there's seasonings. Can't forget the seasonings.
No, garlic, salt, and pepper, guys. Keep it simple.
Yes.
Don't confuse yourself.
Garlic, salt, and pepper.
Garlic, salt, and pepper. I'm using olive oil, but you could use easily canola oil. It's fine. Pinches at a time is good. You can always add more. Tough to take out, huh?
Yes. So I really like this month's theme because it stresses the importance of eating fresh fruits and vegetables and produce. Sometimes I feel like we don't focus on that enough.
No.
But really focusing on things you get from a garden, outside, local farms, local vendors, and kind of making sure you eat those on a daily basis. Very important for your health. I always talk about the vitamins and minerals that we have in our vegetables. We don't get enough, so it's important to eat them. Thank you, Mario.
Okay. So if you'll take and just spoon it into the plates, we'll have it ready to go.
Are you putting the frittata on the same plate?
We're gonna do the frittata and maybe the last in the back, the ones in the back.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
All the way?
Just all the way. That way we have any tasters, somebody's gonna walk up and wanna taste. But as you can see, it's already, she's assembling her plate. Gives you the opportunity to then make your presentation and spoon and serve the colors. Don't leave the colors behind there.
You're right.
My dietitian over here for getting the colors. All right, so anyway, so here we have our
stir-fried veggies.
Stir-fried veggies.
Delicious.
It's a very simple, quick, and ready to go
Yes.
stir fry. And yes, it's gluten-free. So anyway,
Yes, it's free from almost all allergens.
this is good for a vegetarian.
Yes, or vegan too.
Or vegan because it doesn't have any butter.
It has no animal
No
product.
animal product whatsoever.
Yes.
So there you go. So you might have some particular friends. I'm just kidding. Then you want to invite
Well,
them over.
Yeah, we got to make sure everybody can
They're
eat.
inclusive. We're being inclusive.
Yes.
How about that?
Always, always. So thank you for watching this Discovery Kitchen. We'll share the recipe at the end of the video, as well as the frittata. The frittata is just bonus, so you guys could see Chef Mario doing all the different recipes. So.
And you know what? I'm going to, just so you can see. that
Sure.
it can be
Oh,
done.
we're gonna serve it up. Let's see.
We're going to serve it up. And then you just pull it away, and it looks like a little pie, as you can
Yes.
see.
Frittatas are not really messed with. You kind of leave it in the pan and you let it frittata like fry a little bit.
So I'm going to cut it to like a little pie thing.
Okay, a little slice.
So.
Ooh,
Then
delicious.
put a little.
Wow.
Otra vez. You remind me of that Richard Simmons. What more? What more? What more? Okay. we're dating ourselves.
Awesome. That looks good, Mario. Thank you.
Thank you. You're very welcome. All right. So then, you're welcome to taste whichever one you want, but I can
Yes.
tell you which one I want already.
Okay.
I am going to go for this frittata.
So let's go ahead and say thank you for watching. We hope you try either one of these recipes together or separately, either one. And then always remember to try to eat your produce, your fruits and vegetables. Very good for you.
Yes. And this would be good for breakfast, for lunch, or for
Yes.
dinner.
Yes.
Enjoy.
But join us next time for our next Discovery Kitchen. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. My name is Josh Kapura. I'm Evelyn Cox Kapura's daddy. Hey, baby girl, I love you. I miss you. For you guys that didn't know, this Friday is Veterans Day. I myself am a 12-year Navy SEAL veteran, and I've also spent the better part of last year being in different parts of Africa, helping countries be able to better protect themselves, much like I did while I was in the Navy, protecting our country. This time away has been really hard for me and Evelyn. I miss her every single day, and I can't wait to get back. And I just want to say I love you, baby girl, and happy Veterans Day to everybody. Evelyn!
And welcome back to Bastrop ISD Stadium, where the Rangers lead the Manville Mavericks 10-7 as we get ready to start the second half. The Rangers will be kicking off as they receive the opening kickoff after Manville deferred so they could receive the second half kickoff. We've determined the wind is pretty much going from their side of the field to our side of the field. A little bit left to right, but more across the field than anything. And that's why we've not really seen too much of an impact of the wind on different plays.
I saw both defenses play well that first half, Tony. Smithson Valley could clean up their tackling and really start dominating. But that's easy to say from up here because those are talented backs, and certainly the quarterback's talented. They're not easy to bring down. So let's see what happens on this first drive.
Clerkley deep. Amaya's kick. High. Will be fielded inside the 5, and he drops it. Clerkley mishandles it. Now he drops it again, and the Rangers may have fallen on it. We'll see. And the Rangers believe they have it. Wow.
He dropped it twice.
He dropped it twice. Tried to field it, put it down, picked it back up, started running, kind of spun around and ran, and then dropped it again as the Rangers flew by him.
Let's don't play around with this. Let's get this in the end zone.
Here's a good look of it.
Yeah,
See, he bobbled it.
He never caught it.
Never caught it cleanly. Picked it up and then bobbled it when he was bumped.
Kicked it.
Rangers all over it. It's still loose.
Yeah.
And that's the initial guy who went by him that ended up falling on it.
Yeah, that's his role. He takes a shot. You know, he tries to either get the guy or make him slow down and pick a side. But that's really good coverage, even on a mistake by their cover guy.
So from the 4, Ranger from the 5, 1st and 10. Here's Lance, left side,
Touchdown.
into the end zone, just like that.
That's huge.
Wow! A 5-yard touchdown run by Doug Lance.
Yeah.
For him, that is touchdown number 7. And the Rangers go up 16-7 with the extra point to come. We were just talking before we went on the air what a big defensive stop this would have to be for the first play of the second half.
Now they'll get to do it with a 16.
And now they could
17,
go
10-point lead.
10-point lead doing it instead of a 3-point lead. Kick is up, and that one looks good as well. So again, the mentality now has totally changed because we talked about the 10-7 score as a coin flip. Anything can happen for either team to win.
Well, you're always looking at the stats in terms of offense and defense, but you know, our kickoff return from 98 yards out and then recovering that ball inside the 10-yard line, you wonder how did that happen if you're not watching it live, but
right.
that's the difference right now.
Kickoff coverage. We've talked about special teams. We're game number 12 of the season. We've talked about Smithson Valley special teams all year long, and we've done it for years, in fact, because it's been part of Larry Hill's nature as a coach is to focus on that. But you mentioned it. That guy's job is to go down there and make something happen initially.
Right, and it's been a philosophy of this program. It doesn't matter if you're a starter or whoever you are. If you're the best kid to cover a kickoff, you're going to be on it because it's just as important play as anything. So now that I've bragged about them, let's see how they do on this play.
I can't see because he's turned sideways, but I believe that's a different kick returner back now at the 10 as Amaya will take his time to tee it up again. Or is that Clerkley? I don't think it is.
Can't see his number.
They've got another guy listed on possible kick returns, and that would be 88 Kareem Dallas. Again, we'll have to wait and see. If that's Clerkley, then head coach Kevin Hall has more patience than I do. That's high and will be fielded at about the 6. Good catch and a good return coming near side and shoved out of bounds before he gets near the 30-yard line. Is there the flag? Do you think it's a face mask?
I'm not sure what they called over here.
I thought he almost grabbed our face mask on his straight arm. That was Donovan Simeon returning the kick. Officials huddle up again. This is the most huddle up group of officials I've seen in a while. Get the explain here. It's against the Rangers. They call the face mask on the Rangers.
Wow.
So from the 32, they'll walk it up to the 47. Well, see, I thought
I didn't see the face
mask. I didn't see it either. I saw them. I saw their guy grab our face mask. I wonder if that's just a missed call.
I don't think they'd miss it that bad, but
so 15 yards on the end of that run back. So Caden Smith and the Mavericks come out trying to answer the Rangers score. Motion across. We haven't seen that a whole lot. Again, it's Smith on a keeper. Gets into the secondary. Breaks a tackle, and now he's loose again. And I don't think we'll catch him. 5 touchdown. Caden Smith answers the Rangers' short touchdown drive with one of his own. He follows up a 52-yard touchdown run with a 53-yard touchdown run by Caden Smith. So it's 17-13, 28 seconds into the third quarter. We've had 2 touchdowns. You don't see that very often.
Nearly 18 minutes of the first half without a score, and now we've got just seconds off the clock.
Chase Cross in for the extra point try. And it's good. So we've started the half at 10-7, like 28 ticks ago. We score on the first play after they fumble the kickoff return. Make it 17-7, and then after a kickoff return and a penalty, they on the first play
scored on first down.
They get a 53-yard touchdown run, and it's 17-14. We're back in that coin flip again.
So nobody's made a tackle yet. Being a defensive guy, neither team has made a tackle.
There's the Lance
fumbled kickoff
touchdown.
Yeah. I guess we made a tackle out of bounds over here for the kickoff return.
Yeah, on the kickoff return. They said we grabbed a face mask where there's no evidence of it at all.
Yeah, let's see here again if the linebackers we're not doing a great job on that option, so they're going to come back to that. They're not going to stop running that play just because they're tired of it. So we'll get another chance to stop that play.
We'll get a chance again.
They went right for a touchdown. Now they've gone left for a touchdown. So
Chase Cross will handle the kickoff chores.
So they won't kick it to Clark. Maybe they'll kick it to Vafidis this time. Short approach.
Just a pooch.
Didn't do him any good. Oh,
Clark dropped it, and then he picked it up. Now he runs forward and gets smacked.
I guess it did do him some good.
So, Rangers don't get the kind of field position they wanted as Clark mishandled the punt. Might be a tough wind out there and a lot more than we're believing fielding those
for
kicks.
The fielders.
Although I think Clerkley was just spooked a couple of times.
Yes.
You drop one and then
you just got to stop and pick it up. You
Yeah.
can't make something sometimes.
So the offensive unit for the Rangers now 33 seconds into the second half and 2 touchdowns already on the board, 1 for each team. Chase Sinelick brings his Rangers back out. Little jet sweep action and an immediate tackle. Quentin Sampson.
Outside linebacker did a great job beating the block.
Yep.
Made it look like a bad call.
So that's a loss of about 4. 2nd down and 14. Rangers will huddle up, come up with another play. It's not a place for a 3 and out here. But as Coach Lind has told us many times, their defense is really good. Chase wants to throw, has some time over the middle, and there's a flag. Was that Sampson in the pass route? He got hit.
That's Clark.
Clark. Don't want to make that mistake again.
Yeah.
Clark kind of got spun around before the ball got there, I thought. So we'll get yardage and a first down.
Should be a first down.
Automatic first down, yep. So the ball goes up to, see if our umpire can find somewhere to put it, at the 35, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rangers. So we get a first down by penalty. Yeah, he got hit. Yeah. So the Rangers start a drive after a first down by penalty now from the 35. They've got a lot of guys in the box, don't they?
Yes, they're geared up to stop the run.
Lance started left, veered to the right, gets a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
I don't think their safeties were 6 yards deep.
Yeah.
So that looks like a gang of linebackers is what that looks like.
I'm telling you, everybody's right there.
Now they're playing a single high safety, so maybe they got a blitz on.
But I'm telling you, their corners, Nevins and Demery, are both good cover corners.
Right.
They haven't been fooled very much tonight. Play actions, got a man in the middle. Oh, bobbled had a chance to pick it up. TJ got a hand on it, but then the safety, O'Neal, almost had a chance. Just a little bit off target.
Yeah, a little out in front of him, throwing it away from coverage.
Yeah, he didn't get both hands up there, though.
He's reaching for it.
Yeah. So now, 3rd and 9. From the 36. Another 3rd and long. Rangers have had a bunch of those tonight. Play action's got a man. Hit him.
Wow.
TJ Hunt found a way to get inside, and that should be first down yardage at the 45, 46-yard line.
We can get a replay of that. He does a great job of keeping his body, using his body to shield the defender. Yeah, he just makes an inside move and posts up like a block out on a rebound. Does a great job.
By the way, TJ on the season now over 50 catches, over 1,000 yards. He's a good one, the senior. Bafidis on a little H-back reverse. Finally gets dragged down inbounds, but not until he gets past the 50-yard line. Should be a gain of 5 or 6 and bring up 2nd and medium. Little flip.
Yeah, they found a way to block those perimeter plays without somebody running right up in their face. So
almost a horse collar that
Yeah.
I don't think he just got uniform. But a gain of 6 makes it 2nd and 4. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 5. They need to get to the 42. Seneca, quarterback designed run, doesn't get much. Gets put down to the ground by Brady Elford, one of their linebackers. Looked like there was a hole there when the play started, but it filled quickly.
And they've continued to play good defense. We're earning every good play that we make. They're not giving up much.
Yeah. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So, 3rd and 5. Roll out by Chase. He's got a man down the field, and he just missed him a little too short. On the move, he didn't get enough into it.
Easy to see from here. He was open really early before he got out, before the quarterback got out to a spot where he could throw it.
Ranger punt team will come on, I believe.
Yes.
So Amaya will do his best to pin them deep into their own territory again.
Number 5, the return man that's so good for Manville.
I think, is it 8? Simeon. This one kind of an end-over-end kick again. Gets a good bounce. Will go down somewhere inside the 10 or at the 10, just beyond the 10. You're right, it was 5. Elijah Williams, one of their receivers.
All right. Let's see if the Rangers can.
So now we got the defense out.
Defense.
See if our defense can match their defense. But you mentioned that one play that he's run a couple of times.
It's a read option, and they're doing a good job of formationing us into something that we're not doing a great job stopping the quarterback. And I know that they're aware how good he is, so they'll figure it out.
Motion. Fakes a handoff. He's going to throw it down the field, and good coverage.
That's really good coverage.
Good job
really
of turning. He did a great job of turning. Is that Braxton Alexander?
Yeah, that's exactly how it's coached. You got to go connect with the receiver, and then when you connect, then you turn. Did a really good job.
Davila, Diego Davila.
Nice play.
Great job. Because if he doesn't turn, it's interference because he's going to be face guarding and probably run over the receiver. So 2nd and 10 after the long incompletion. They want to throw it again out to the flat. It is caught, and then a good quick tackle by the Ranger corner, Jackson Duffy. A gain of about 7 or 8. It would be 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. So they go empty backfield again, and the quarterback's going to run, and they come this way.
That's
a nice bounce out on a good block. Jahari Taylor came in, and
I guess that receiver didn't make contact square in the back of our outside backer there.
See if we can show a replay of it. Is that what happened?
Sure looked like it's set up for a clip, maybe. Right about there, number 1.
Well, that looks like a clip for sure.
When they put their hands in the air, they know they're guilty of something.
So first down for the Mavericks. They give it to Polk. He falls forward for, gosh, almost 5 yards. Bottom of the pile is McLean Garrett. So whatever they run, they're getting 4 or 5 yards minimum tonight.
They're doing a really good job running the football.
Something they're known for. They've been doing it all year. Now empty backfield again. Low snap. Smith wants to throw. He's got a wide receiver screen. That's Taylor. He's into the secondary before he's caught down actually by Gavin Woods, a linebacker who chased him down after a nice gain of about 15 yards for a first down at their 49. Wow. They kind of hurry up now. Hand off to Polk. Gets tripped up. That was Garrett who knocked him down right just past midfield, a gain of 2 at 2nd and 8.
Might be enough to slow down the drive a little bit.
They're scheming pretty good.
Yes.
Changing things up and keeping us a little bit off balance, aren't they?
So far, they're doing a really good job.
He wants to throw, has a man down the seam, now down the sideline. He's got a man wide open, and the throw's out of bounds. Wow, he's going to regret that. There was some pressure on him.
Let's see if he got hit while he's throwing it.
He got hit afterwards.
A little late.
Yeah. Maynard put a nice shoulder into him. So 3rd and 8. Low snap again. He goes down and gets it, now has pressure, and he gets through it. Now into a good tackle made by Dudzikowski, but not until he's inside the 40 for another first down. He's elusive.
Yep.
Caden Smith.
When you pass rush, you can't pass him. You know, you got to start collapsing that pocket around him. If you run by him, then we're playing with fewer defenders than we started with.
So 1st and 10 from the Ranger 46. He's rolling right, has some pressure, lets it go, and it's incomplete. Intended for Clerkley. And it brings up 2nd and 10. That one, Clerkley was kind of, were we zoning there? Or?
Well, when you say man or you say zone, that once you snap the football, you run to a receiver pretty quick. So
yeah, he seemed like he got in between a couple of guys there, and Smith tried to lay it over the top of the short one and in front of the other one, and just overthrew him by just a smidge. So 2nd and 10 from the 36. Motion across. Fake it to Polk, throw it to, again, a receiver out on the edge. That's Taylor again.
Pretty close, about 2 yards short.
Gain up to the 29. We need to get about a yard, I think, for a first down. Smith will run it.
Got a tackle. He's special. He's a good player. Really good player. That's a quarterback draw, and he made 2 people miss. Just a better runner than we were a tackler on that play.
And for the 3rd time tonight, he's in the end zone. Unbelievable.
Yes.
excuse me, the extra point by Cross is up and good. And all of a sudden, they've gone back in front with back-to-back touchdowns. It's 21-17. There you see the replay.
Yeah, we're having difficulty with that player when he's in space.
Right.
Yeah.
You had him there. A lot of time off the third quarter clock. Now less than 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're
but 4 different touchdowns.
They're successful in running the football, and that's eating up the clock. So we'll have to have a good series on offense and answer.
Bafidis and Clark will go deep.
I guess the wind is a little bit into their kick, so they're kicking into the wind. You notice that as he took a real short approach last time, our whole team moved up. Let's see if they do that again. The kicker's alignment will let you know that he's going to kick it short. Let's see what he does this time.
Looks like
and he's got a short approach, so they'll move up. Our return men will move up.
Kicks it to this sideline. Oh, and it's loose. Clark finally picks it up. Comes straight up the field.
Yeah, we need to catch that ball in the air. Works so much better. Timing of the blocks. You don't know where he's going to go if he starts changing direction. Sometimes that causes a clip.
So the Rangers will start 1st and 10 from their own 22 on what has become a little bit of momentum on their side.
Yes, their offense has dictated the momentum swing to them.
And other than the short touchdown drive we had at the start of the half, our offense has not been able to accumulate many yards. So from the 22, Sinalik. I believe that's Clark. And there he goes. Down the sideline, one man to beat. Will he be caught?
Nope.
And no, he won't. How many one-play drives have we had tonight?
3, counting that kickoff return. We'll take it.
Kyler Clark gives the Rangers the lead back.
He's a special player.
From 78 yards.
Nice block over there. Let's see that on the replay. Who sprung him? Can't see who the other receiver was on that side.
Yeah.
It's a really nice block.
Really good job of trying to catch him by Quincy Nevins, one of their corners. The extra point is up and good. And the Rangers have gone back ahead in what seems to be a very defensive-minded game with a lot of big plays on the offensive side.
Yeah, I talked big like that at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. What a great defensive struggle, and now we're just lighting up the scoreboard. So somebody will have to play better defense.
4:30 to go in the third quarter. Rangers now up 24-21. They've got something on their helmets, a little bit different than you've seen almost anywhere in the country. Hoka-hey.
Yeah, that became their rallying cry after their loss in the finals back in 2017, I believe, and it's been something that their football program has used, and literally it's great day to die, but they've translated that into being completely unselfish.
Yeah.
And the way that they present it now, that the whole school kind of picked it up as sort of the school motto too. So not just the athletics, but some of their academic teams and some of their other programs have picked it up as well.
It is something else. They're a very good football program for sure.
Yeah, they've had success in 5A and 6A, so this is no surprise to anybody that's watched Texas high school football in the last 10 years. Manville's always a good team.
Amaya will kick it off. Deep again is Simeon. This one's kind of a short pop-up. Will be fielded to just inside the 20. Ranger coverage team will bring down Taylor as he goes out of bounds. See where they mark him. I guess at the 31. Or will we kick off again because there's a flag?
Sure what they're going to call here.
That would seem to be offsides against the kicking team.
It's a pretty rare call these days.
Yeah. What else would it be at the 40? I
That's
can't
the
think
only
of
thing
anything.
It can be. Sometimes they'll let them mark that off and just add it to the return.
I'm guessing
so we'll
that's
just play on.
Yeah. And that's what they'll do. So from the 31 to the 36.
So with our short kick, let's see. Whoa, that's pretty close.
Yeah. I didn't really see anything that stood out.
See if they watch the other team that close.
So from the 36, Caden Smith comes out again. He's run for 3 touchdowns tonight. Wants to throw it on first down. Has some pressure. Then he starts to scramble. Dudzikowski comes after him. He throws it late, but the receiver's out of bounds, so it'll be incomplete. Was that Dudzikowski that was chasing him? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The receiver went out of bounds, so 2nd and 10. Smith again. Fakes the handoff, throws it to the near sideline.
Caught it.
They think
it bounced.
They say it is Christopher Totten.
Oh. Other official.
Line judge called it good. Yeah. The umpire said no, it hit the ground.
I thought it hit the ground. Looked like a bounce.
We'll see if we can see it on the replay.
Yep.
Oh, well, it went on the ground, yes. Mm-hmm. And Jackson Duffy knew it too.
Nice camera work again.
Yep. So 3rd down and 10. Their first 3rd and long in a while. Usually happens that way on a lot of one-play drives. Riley, the running back out of the backfield, is going down the center. They got 2 guys down the center of the field, and it's picked off. That's David DeHoyas. At the 23-yard line, the Rangers will take over possession. What a play. But I'm going to go back to what I was saying. The running back, Riley, came out of the backfield, and he ran right into the receiver running the post route, which was Totten going down the center of the field, who he's throwing it to, and there's Riley comes in the way. DeHoyas is there.
You would think that they wouldn't want receivers that close together.
Well, you would think that Riley really messed up going to that spot. He could have stopped because he was open about the midfield area to the 40.
If they're looking to run that running back on a deep route, then the receiver's going to get out of the way or vice versa. So something wasn't correct.
So from the 23, Rangers are 1st and 10. Little sweep action. It's Sampson. He gets tracked down. They're they're there every time.
They're playing really good, except for about one of those plays. Their perimeter defense is disciplined, staying at home, and not looking for not running off from their assignment.
Tyler Cooks, the junior, 6 foot, 209, 81 tackles on the season, and he has a half a dozen tonight. So back to the 20. 2nd down and 13.
I believe this 3rd quarter is longer than the whole first half. Huh?
It seems to be. We got procedure, it looks like. So we'll be backed up again if it's so. Yep. We had a couple of those last week.
Yes.
So if it's 2nd and 13 was bad, now it's 2nd and 18. And I know as an offensive coach, you don't have a whole lot of those plays in your pocket.
Not a spot on your chart where you're thinking of a whole lot of plays for that situation.
Rangers lead at 24-21 on a back-and-forth second half. 10-7 at halftime. Chase, late handoff. Got some room.
Got some of it back.
Running back gets past the 20. So about to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, be a 3rd 11 or 12.
Sowersby, Brad Sowersby, first time I remember seeing him tonight. Lance comes back in for 3rd And we call it 11. Game clock goes under 2:20 as the Rangers have a big third down play. Chase will throw it down the sideline. TJ Hunt going, little hand fighting, and it goes incomplete. Both players had stuck a hand out and made contact, so no real chance for a penalty. And the Rangers will have to punt. And they've flipped the field a little bit with the good kickoff.
Yeah.
That is Elijah Williams, their punt returner, who averages 31 a game. Amaya will try to bounce this one again, and down the near sideline it'll go.
That's a decent punt.
And gets decent. It goes out of bounds at the 36. So 44 yards on a punt that was not returned. You'll take that. So Manville will come out with their offensive unit at the 36-yard line. 1:55 to go, third quarter, as the Mavericks trail by 3. Taylor, Simeon, Padillo, and Clerkley have all caught passes tonight. Now they come in a real tight formation. Fake the handoff. Actually, they give it to Polk, and there is nothing there.
Our perimeter defense is pretty good as well.
The Rangers all over the handoff. He ran real horizontal and lost 6 yards. It's 2nd and 16.
Nice job by the linebacker and the corner to keep them from turning the corner.
Jackson Maynard with 48 tackles on the season, 17 for loss. He'll get credit for that one. Make it 18. Receiver swipes across. They knocked. It's a screen to the running back. It's up to short of the original line of scrimmage. They tackled our defensive end as he came in.
Sure
Is that
did.
not called holding in high school?
I would think so, but maybe the referee saw it a different way.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
he just
right
tackles
there.
him.
Just laying on. Yeah.
Fortunately, the defense made up for it, but now
third and
a good 12. See if the Rangers can tighten up here and get a stop as they go empty backfield. Here comes a blitz. We get a hand on him, but we don't get him down. He's trying to wave a receiver. I think he hits Taylor out on the near sideline.
Short.
But it'll be short at the 41. It'll be 5 yards short of first down. But a good 10-yard gain.
Yes.
Their punt unit will come on the field. 24 seconds to go. The clock should restart. Well, I guess he was out of bounds, wasn't he? My bad. Darius Green, the senior punter.
That's two, with a turnover and a stop on downs, that's 2 defensive series that we can be proud of.
Yes. Good snap, good pressure. Oh, we got a hand on it, I think.
Yes.
And it'll go out of bounds in their territory. It won't go out of bounds. It'll stop at the 46 of Manville as the Ranger got in there, put some pressure on him.
Maybe we have a look on that and see if it got blocked.
Duffy and Granger, or Duffy and Gingrich both got in there. That was Duffy, I think. Either that was a really bad punt if he didn't get a hand on it.
That's another play that's really hard to practice live to go full effort to block a punt but never touch the punter is quite a skill.
So from their 46, the Rangers start 1st and 10. Chase to
It's a
Doug
4-yard
Lance.
Gain. Don't get
Fall
tired
forward.
of those.
Fall forward. Doug Lance.
Should be the end of the quarter.
We'll get a gain of, we'll call it 4 to the 42. That is the end of the third quarter. We'll take it with them. The Rangers up 24-21, ready for the fourth quarter on the Rangers Network.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our new superintendent, Dr. John Chapman, to come up and share a few words with us.
Well, good morning. This is a great opportunity. This marks a special occasion and a huge milestone for city.
The fourth quarter, Rangers with the ball, second down, and we'll call it 6 from the 42. Play clock has begun. Chase fakes a handoff, little screen out to Clark, but they've covered it all up. Great job by the cornerback.
Play by the corner.
Avery Demery.
Beat the block and made the tackle.
The junior was all over that one and knocked the Rangers back.
Yeah.
Back near the original line of scrimmage at the 45. So third and we'll call it 8. Actually, we'll call it 9. 3rd and 9.
It's a big play.
I think their two corners are as good as two corners that we've seen this season. They're really good, and they're both very physical.
Yes, and when you got dominant players on the outside like that, then your safeties can really become extra linebackers.
Rangers call timeout, I believe. 11-12 to go. Back in 2015 or 20, what year was this? Josh Atkins.
This is, I think the last time. Yeah, the last time the Rangers got it past this round.
Yes, indeed. See, the defense came up with a play.
Derek Hausler, the receiver. So Cody McNair. Wait, that's
Josh
Jason
Atkins. Atkins to
Hausler.
Hausler.
Here comes a touchdown by Cody McNair. Ended up in the regional finals versus Judson at the Rock Pile downtown San Antonio.
35-0
really good
that
season.
win. Yep. Last time we got out of the area round is
That's
that.
right. That's
yep.
right. That was against Stevens.
Also on that team was linebacker Jack Gibbons, now with the Tennessee Titans.
That's right.
He continues to grow.
Just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Smarter and smarter.
So it's a big 3rd down and 9 for the Rangers at the Manville 45. They threaten blitz. Chase, play action. Looks for the running back. That's De Hoyos, the running back. Yes, out of the backfield,
Yep.
came near sideline.
First
and
down.
It's a completed pass, and that's a first down.
It's a play that's been in their arsenal for a long time. Been running that for lots of years.
First time we've done it tonight, though.
Fake to the running back, and people forget about him, and then there he is.
Chase has thrown more touch passes tonight than I've seen him in a long time.
Yes.
That one I thought he could have thrown harder to get maybe David down the field better, and he just kind of, I don't want to say he lobbed it to him, but he did.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
So 1st and 10 from the Rangers at the 33. There's Lance up the middle. He's got a seam. He breaks a tackle. He's caught from behind, but not till he's inside the 20 near the 15-yard line. Great blocking up front that he got through, and then he avoided a linebacker and got into the secondary.
O-line's doing a great job on that play. 73.
Good block there.
60,
avoids the linebacker.
77, knocked a guy down. That's not new.
No, that's actually a defensive tackle, Kenyon Armstrong, that came back to catch him. So all the way to the 16, a 14-yard run. The Rangers continue to move. 1st and 10 from the 16. Tight end either way. We'll give it to Lance again, going left. Gets into the linebackers before he's popped, but he falls forward to almost the 10, maybe the 11, maybe the 10. We'll see where they spot it.
Now we're making some yards after contact.
We are.
Better to do that in the fourth quarter.
Yes, it is. Plays come in with different receivers. Clark and TJ back on the field. Chase also there in the conversation with 9.5 to go in the game. Rangers by 3 in the red zone. It's 2nd and 5 from the 11, 2nd and 4 from the 10, we'll say. They get some penetration, but Lance gets past it, falls forward over the 5. He continues to push. The ball will be spotted somewhere between the 4 and the 5, I'd guess. And that'll be another Ranger first down. Doug gets up and says, thank you very much. He's a very physical, very powerful runner, but he always has a foot plant somewhere to go and gets going in a hurry.
When you think of a running back / defensive end combo, you don't think of him having moves, but he's got some moves.
Yes, he does.
He's got some moves. He's using them.
We've gone under 9 minutes to play. Rangers at the 5, 1st and goal. Jumbo line. Lance the tailback. Pafitas the H-back. Give it to Doug. He's got a hole, and
Touchdown.
there he is. Into the end zone for the Rangers.
It's one of those moves I was talking about. He read that block well. Really good job. Nice job by the offensive line and a really great effort by that running back. Goes in untouched.
He did go untouched as the offensive line gave him a nice hole. And the Rangers are an extra point away from having a 10-point lead again. Amaya in for the extra point. Little shoulder shimmy. The snap good, the hold good, the kick is good. 31-21. So 8:43 left in the game. The first time we went up 10 was about 15 seconds into the second half, and it was 17-7. Now they score.
I forgot how many points we got in this second.
They score 1, 2 times, and now the Rangers have come back after losing the lead at 21-17, and they've scored.
So we had 10 points at the half. So we've had 21 points in almost just the third quarter.
Almost,
we finished the drive into the fourth quarter. So
yeah. That was a nice drive. Started at their 46 after a kickoff that didn't go very good.
After the punt, we may have blocked it. We may have blocked it.
I think we did.
Special teams.
We're going to say we did.
Coming again.
So Amaya in, working on the football right now to kick it off. Would be into this crosswind. It seems to have died down. In fact, the flags are almost limp now, so whatever wind there was is gone.
He's got plenty of leg to get it out of the back unless the wind bothers him, so let's see what happens right here. Don't let these guys have a big return.
Again, Elijah Williams deep as Clerkley has not found his way back there again after a couple of miscues. Rangers try to stay on side. This one aims towards the near sideline. I think it's going to go out of bounds, and that's a mistake. He missed that one.
Yeah. You know, kickers don't get second down. From a kicking coach's point of view, we never get second down. No do-overs.
And I guess this is normal. No one comes and talks to him. He just walks to the bench by himself.
There's not much you can say. Kick it better next time. You know, nobody wants to execute poorly.
On the kick that goes out of bounds, they'll get it at the 30. So it's a 10-point lead for the Rangers. Defense again can be what they've been.
Yep.
Trying to go to the next round here in the area round of the playoffs.
Everybody watching this game is already saying, tackle that quarterback.
Oh, no doubt about that. He'll throw to the edge. A good catch there made by their tight end / wide receiver, Padilla. Padilla again becoming one of his primary targets. That's his third or fourth catch tonight as the clock goes under 8.5 to play. A gain of, what are we saying, 5? So it's
probably 5.
We'll call it second down and about, no, it's a gain of 4. Second down and 6. They'll throw a little receiver screen. We try to beat it, and then we get there in good coverage as we get all over the receiver that time. That's Simeon. Gets a couple of yards as they spot him, up to the 36. Now third down and 4. So another third down stop for the Rangers. to try to come up with. They'll hand it off. It's Riley. He falls down, tripped up. We'll see who got a hand on him. Somebody got a hand on.
I think this time of the game,
like
I don't think they're going to send the punt team in.
See who gets him down there. We're being held. I think that was Goss who got down on the ground.
Yes.
And was able to trip him up. So it's fourth down and about one.
Timeout.
They're going to call a timeout with 7:46 to go.
We've got an injured player. That's what it is. 90.
Latest score, A&M Consolidated now leads Fulshear 37-36. That one in the fourth quarter. Again, the winner of this game gets the winner of that game.
Sure, both of these teams are mildly concerned about that at this moment. They got to get by each other. This is both. That's a great football game, obviously, and this one is really a good game. 10-point lead doesn't feel that commanding against as talented as they are and as successful as their offense has been.
I agree. Turnovers. They dropped the fumble on the kickoff. What other?
We've had 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions.
And I believe they had a fumble. That's right.
So how many times have we turned it over?
None. Knock on my hard head here.
We're at a plus 19 on the turnover ratio this season.
For the year, and we're plus 4 for the game. That's a pretty good deal.
That's a pretty good deal. So they'll flop an offensive lineman and then snap it late. Whoa. How is that not a procedure penalty? I don't understand.
Don't matter. It's fourth down, and they didn't get it. Yeah, that
has to be procedure. An offensive lineman got out of his stance and went to the other side
while they snapped the football. They didn't call that right, but we got the ball.
They lose it on fourth down. That was fourth. And the Rangers
55's in motion, and they snap the ball. An offensive lineman can't be in motion, I don't think.
I don't think he can either.
Never seen that before.
Rangers find Taylor, who kind of came a little reverse kind of thing. Not real sure. Now we got to run some clock.
Yes, and go score.
Both.
Very valuable.
We want both. So Chase with a heavy-duty offensive line. Hands it to Lance, and he gets met in the backfield.
Nice
Good job by, again,
number 6.
Quincy Lucas, defensive end, was there waiting for him, and he still fell forward for a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Clock runs. Play will probably be snapped somewhere around 7 minutes to go in the game if we take our time a little bit. Play clock still at 15. No hurry. Here comes motion. We snap it. Little play action. And there's the tight end, Birch. A great pass and a great catch by Mason Birch. And the Rangers have some momentum going forward on a nice play that covers about 6 yards. And the clock continues to move.
Yeah, that's the play they tried in the first half before the field goal. We just didn't connect. Connected this time. He looked wide open, and then their defense caught him for just a 6-yard gain.
So the Rangers with a 3rd down and about 3. We give it to Lance. Left side, up the middle he goes, and he's got first down yardage as he hits somebody pretty hard himself to get the first down.
One of those coaching cliches, be your own blocker. Just go ahead and be your own blocker if they don't get them all.
Again, that A&M's consolidated score, 37-36 over Fulshear. Let's give credit to Emily Wick, our score provider tonight, for that score.
Thank you, Emily.
So a first down for the Rangers as the game clock goes under 5:45 to go in the game. It's 1st and 10 from the 23. Rangers taking their time in the huddle this time. I thought we snapped it way too soon on the last one.
Yeah, now we're down to 5 or 6 on the plate. Let's go now.
That's okay. Lance, left side, cuts back to the middle, runs into a linebacker. Did he drop the ball?
I think he did.
He got the ball. Somebody's helmet hit the football as he was carrying it. He's down, and they have possession, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, and Doug is still down. I think that's Doug Lance.
It's a great defensive effort on their part.
It was. Came in
that ball right out.
As he popped him right as he got into the hole. My guess is his helmet hit the ball.
Well, that changes everything.
See, right?
Oh.
Well, he hit everything with him, and he just popped him.
Might have called that helmet to helmet if it had been a quarterback that they'd been hitting.
Yeah. He wasn't defenseless, though, I think was what they'd say.
Yeah.
So Manville gets possession. 5:23 to go in the game. The ball's at the 23-yard line. They'll have 1st and 10 till still down by 10. So their offense, which is put up normally about 30 points a game, they're at 21 right now with 5.5 to go. Late onto the scene is their receiver Padillo. Smith to throw. Looks across the middle. There's I bet a holding call in the back as the flag came in we were trying to rush the passer. It goes incomplete, intended for
coverage.
Taylor.
Really good coverage.
Yeah, Padilla had kind of broke it off short, and that was Taylor who went long. We'll see the call. So a 10-yard walk-off on the holding call.
Just because you called it once doesn't mean you can't call it again.
Here, he did it again.
Yeah.
He just pulls him down. That's the second time they've done that.
That's the one we were showing earlier.
Yeah. That's Noah Herring. He just grabs him and pulls him down. So somebody said something maybe last time. So on 1st and 20, look for an out. No, there's Padilla coming in. After going out, he comes in. That looked like helmet to helmet. We got shook up.
Yeah, both players.
That's Gavin Woods. It's first down yardage to the 36.
It's one of those unfortunate plays.
Yes.
I don't think that was on purpose.
No, I wouldn't even begin to think that. I think the receiver went down as he's coming in.
Right. It was after he was running with the ball, so he's not defenseless in that situation.
Correct. Here's the play as he turns, and he lowers his head.
Both kids just trying to play.
And Gavin's coming in with his shoulder, trying to hit his midsection, and ends up hitting his helmet.
Right.
Here's a look at Smith on the throw. Nice.
Really good coverage. We just couldn't get loose on the D line to go put pressure on him.
So the receiver, Joseph Padillo, senior, 6'3", 182, good size, 3 touchdowns on the year, about 25 catches in his pocket, 5:05 left in the game. Let's look at that turnover ratio because we've talked about that all year long. The Rangers, we've gained 25 turnovers this season and have only turned it over 6 times, which is remarkable in 12 games to have only 6 turnovers.
Look at the success of our quarterback. He's thrown no interceptions.
Yeah.
That's a really big number.
So we're plus 19 going into the game tonight. We've picked up 3.
Picked up 4, and they've had 1, so 3 in the good, yeah.
So we've turned it over 7 times. We've now gained 29.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Here's that play again.
Some of the collisions you just can't avoid.
Patio comes out, then he comes back over, and as he cuts in, Davila is on the chase. Garrett comes up. He's trying to put a shoulder.
He's leading with his shoulder.
Leading with his
leading
shoulder.
with the helmet.
Patio starts to get up, and then he goes back down. And he's still down on the field. Obviously a great deal of concern for anybody. This helmet-to-helmet stuff has been magnified so much in the last couple of years.
Well, I know
by good reason.
Yeah, and I know at our school at Smithson Valley, when we teach tackling from 7th grade on, it's designed to get your helmet out of the way, and it's to protect everybody, not just the kid we're tackling, but the kid trying to do the tackling. There's risk of injury, and if you coach it right, you can avoid a lot of them. But in a situation like that, it's just two players playing as hard as they can. They're just sometimes they collide. And
again, as we've shown the replay a couple of times, Gavin's coming in with his shoulder leading.
Yes.
And his patio comes down. He ducks his head right into what would be Gavin's helmet.
He's avoiding one tackler and
right.
doesn't see the other one, so he lowers his head. And
still a great deal of concern. We'll take a brief timeout. Rangers lead at 31-21, 5:05 to go on the Rangers Network.
Hey, good morning. My name is Josh Kafura. I'm Evelyn Cox-Kafura's daddy. Hey, baby girl, I love you. I miss you. For you guys that didn't know, this Friday is Veterans Day. I myself am a 12-year Navy SEAL veteran, and I've also spent the better part of last year being in different parts of Africa, helping countries be able to better protect themselves, much like I did while I was in the Navy, protecting our country. This time away has been really hard for me and Evelyn. I miss her every single day, and I can't wait to get back. And I just want to say I love you, baby girl, and happy Veterans Day to everybody.
Evelyn!
At this time, I'd like to introduce our new superintendent, Dr. John Chapman, to come up and share a few words with us.
Well, good morning. This is a great opportunity. This marks a special occasion and a huge milestone for CISD. You know, we're a fast-growing district, as Mr. York had stated. You know, one of the pieces that we're seeing a lot of right now is the growth in our district. As you can tell, one of our biggest growth areas right now is 281. And so the corridor and the growth that is expecting here, this is much needed in our district today. We are the second fastest growing county in the nation. The second fastest growing county in the nation. And we are, when we look at our housing closings, we are number 2 in San Antonio as we speak. We looked at our demographer and we were looking at some of the growth and what's going to be expecting over the course of the next few years. And in 5 years, Kamal ISD is expecting to have 35,000 students. 35,000 students in the next 5 years. So this is a great opportunity for us to celebrate this building and how we're going to continue to grow and improve each and every day. As we move forward, we need to continue to think about how we can support the community that we're in now and in our foreseeable future with the future bonds that are going to be coming forth. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for the support that you've provided, and look forward to groundbreaking ribbon cutting in August of 2024. Thank you.
And Joseph Patio has been put on the cart, and he'll be wheeled off as the whole team came out to wish him good luck. Helmet still on. All the precautions necessary that you take when someone gets hit.
Yeah,
On
both athletic training staffs from both sides of the field rushed out to make sure that kid's okay.
So they continue to cart him off here again. When they first started to wheel him, as he gave thumbs up to his teammates, and that's when everybody in the stands and on the field came out with a great deal of applause. So we're almost back to action. Rangers lead at 31-21, 5:05 left in the game.
Gavin Wood stayed out of the game, too. We're checking him as well. Mr. Murray, our longtime trainer, is making sure that Gavin's okay.
And I'm okay with that. And we've still got people down on the end of the field. I guess they're members of their staff. Officials waiting for him to clear.
That may be their head coach over there checking to make sure he's okay.
So it will be 1st and 10 at the 34. Smith to pass. Has a fly pattern down the middle. Now wants to scramble and gets rushed out of bounds just past the 35. We'll see where they mark him. Probably about the 36. Be a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd and long. Clock stops at 4:54 with the out of bounds. So the Ranger defense will continue to play. Cade Spradling, the sophomore, in at linebacker as the Rangers adjust. Smith with some time now breaks down, being chased, throws it late, and it's short, incomplete. You know, one of the things as I continue to look at numbers and why he's a great quarterback with a dual threat ability, but his running is much more stronger than his throwing.
Yes, he's made some big plays with his arm. There's no doubt about that. But his best weapon is taking the ball on a quarterback draw or getting loose from the rush or their option game, which they've scored twice on.
Yes. Ranger defense held out that time. The pass thrown and caught. Good catch by Simeon on the Ranger sideline. Just past the 45 at the 46. It is a first down. Clock will restart as the plays come in from the sideline. Offensive line goes back. Ranger defense ready to go. First down play, he throws into the ground for the running back who's there. So it won't be grounding because the running back was there, but the Rangers sniffed that one out big time.
They were going to run a screen, and we had 3 guys waiting, so the quarterback threw it to the ground on purpose, which is legal and a smart play.
So 2nd and 10, clock stops at 4:17.
Nice recognition when that running back sets for the screen.
Yep.
Linebacker and defensive end figured it out.
Smith to throw, pressured, chases out, throws it to his running back on the near sideline. He gets tackled. Davila got the first hit. It was cleaned up as well, but it's close.
Yep. Clock still runs
to a first down.
4 minutes.
Ball at the Rangers 46, shy by a couple of yards of a first down. They give it to Polk. Steve Polk breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, gets through the linebackers into the secondary before De Hoya spins him down.
Now they'll hurry.
Now at the 31, pardon me, it's 1st and 10. We've gone under 4 minutes to play.
Well, they didn't huddle, but they're not hurrying.
Yeah. So they go tight now, everyone in tight. They ran this last time. Quarterback's going to throw. Everybody's out. He's got 5 out, and there is a pass completed to the end zone. No, just short of the end zone. That's Simeon, who broke toward the post and caught a nice looping pass by Smith that time. Didn't fire it at all, just kind of let him run into it.
We got a holding.
And there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
They looked like they were all sides.
And it'll come back.
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's a devastating.
False start.
That's a big blow to their offense.
Tell me, Coach, if it's a false start, how does the play keep going?
Well, I think that's just procedure, meaning the kid probably lined up wrong.
Okay. Maybe uncovered or covered or.
Yes, and then he was trying to move to correct it, and the ball got snapped while he was moving.
Okay. So the 5-yard penalty takes it back to the 36.
Number eight over here signaling he wants to run that same play again. He thinks that's a good idea.
Yeah, I bet he does.
And it is.
Everybody runs down the field. Smith gets flushed out of the pocket, now tries to scramble. Gets on the sideline, still running all the way to the 10 before he's finally popped. Richard tried to chase him to the sideline and just couldn't get there in time because Smith's got some good wheels.
Yeah.
So
for them to come back, the ball's got to be in 12's hands, throwing it or running with it.
So they mark him at the 11 where it's 1st and 10. Game clock now under 2:45 as they snap it. They throw it to the end zone. Gingrich on coverage. And it looks like the catch is made.
That's an excellent back shoulder throw. Pretty hard to stop.
Is that
well
Simeon?
Executed? Number 8, yes.
Yeah, Simeon. His 3rd touchdown of the year. And they're going to be within 3 with 2:39 to go if they make the extra point.
Onside kick team, get ready.
Kick is up, and it's good. So 31-28 now. After the TD pass, Rangers lead
that's
it.
number 1. That's number 1 over there catching that touchdown.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's Taylor, Jahari Taylor. Good call on the replay. So 2:39 to go in the game. Rangers by 3, and still now anybody's game. The Rangers hang on. Now they have to field what is likely an onside kick.
Yeah, I would think this late in the clock that they're going to have to try an onside. They can't expect Smithson Valley to punt it and save enough time on the clock for them.
Right.
They do have their 3 timeouts remaining, if I'm reading the scoreboard correctly.
That's what I see. So there will be 10 players up in the first 10 yards.
Execute this and make a first down.
Yes, I like that. I see Birch, I see Maynard, I see Lance.
Yep.
I see Gingrich. I see Sinelik.
Even got the quarterback out there
Clark.
on that one.
I see Duffy. So again, take a short drop, but looks like he's going to aim it toward the far sideline. And what will likely be an end-over-end kick with 6 guys running down from their point of view to try to get to it before we do. He kicks it pretty deep, and it goes out of bounds.
It's our ball.
So it'll be our ball. Somewhere around midfield or where it went out of bounds.
We should have done that better. We could have echoed. We said the exact same thing almost at the same time. But it's a beautiful thing when it goes out of bounds, because then you don't have to block them. You don't have to field it. You don't have to try to take it from them.
You don't have to worry about a bad bounce.
That's right.
You don't have to worry about mishandling it.
In fact, when you're receiving that kick, you can volleyball bat it out of bounds, and it's not a penalty. So knocking it out of bounds is a good thing.
So from their 48, the Rangers have first
down.
and 10. No time went off the clock, so still 2:39. Lance is the running back. He gets the first down run, gets caught after a short gain, and they call their first timeout. Rangers.
I guess they would use all 3 like that. They're going to save one.
Well, that'd be my guess. So again, we start at the 48. The ball's at 47. It's 2nd and 9. Timeout after 6 seconds on that play. They could use all 3 and force us to make if we don't get a first down, to force us to do something on 4th down. And therefore, there would still be over 2 minutes left.
Right. We've got to execute some offense here.
Yes.
Move the ball down the field, get a first down. Wow.
So Fulsher, thanks to Emily Wick, wins it 50-38.
Must have been a great football game.
Must have been.
Let's go ahead and finish ours.
Kind of
here.
like this one. Sinalik out of the shotgun. This is Bafidis on the H-back reverse. Has some room, gets an outside block. Falls forward to about the 40. That'll be just a couple of yards shy as they call another timeout after.
That's a big play.
About 10 seconds on that play.
Very successful play for us, but they're not stopping playing great defense.
No.
That could have been a touchdown in a lot of games.
Yeah, you see here, when he turns the corner and gets that block right there, they pursue him all the way to the end.
16. Where did
That's
he
Brady
line up?
Elford.
Where did he line up?
Their linebackers, Elford, Blanton, and Cooks, have been in on almost every play tonight. They are active, along with their defensive line. So after their second timeout, 2:23 is left. Rangers will see themselves with a 3rd and 3. Now, you have 3rd and 3 plays in your play sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Which one haven't you used tonight that you can pull out and that offensive line can execute?
Well, from a fan's perspective, you say, well, call the good one. Don't call those plays that didn't work. Call something good.
The offensive line goes out. There will be an extra offensive lineman on the right, a tight end on the left. 2 receivers on the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Bafidis and Lance. We'll give it to Lance, going left behind the offensive line. There he goes. He's gone. Doug. No, that's De Hoyos. David De Hoyos used his speed once he got to the corner to outrun them, and that, I'm not going to say it, but that should put an end to this one.
Wow.
But I won't say it because there's no guarantee.
Well, they were playing short yardage defense. They were planning on stopping him and calling timeout and making us punt. And so once you breach that short yardage defense, you've got some room.
And we had 2 receivers on that side, along with Birch, the tight end.
That's an unbalanced. Yeah, it's an unbalanced line. They did a good job.
All blocked well. Amaya in for the extra point to make it a 10-point margin again. Goodness, David De Hoyos. A touchdown run. The kick is up, and it is good.
Got to give credit to those 2 receivers, offensive line. De Hoyos made a great run.
As the Rangers go up 38-28. Here it is. De Hoyos, there's a good block by the receiver there. He breaks the tackle, and they're gone. They can't catch him.
Second touchdown producing block by Bafidis. He'll be working out with the offensive line next week. Not really.
No, I don't think so.
Not really. But, he did get a pancake block on that kickoff return. If you run that play back, that's what a receiver's dream is, to get to tell the other offensive lineman, hey, did you see my pancake?
So I will politely say we ran the first half in about an hour. And right now we're at an hour and 45 minutes for the second half.
Yeah.
Typical of a playoff game. Everybody ran the ball in the first half. This time we threw the ball a little bit more and had a lot of big plays. It was 10-7 at halftime, folks. It's 38-28 right now.
So we scored 4 touchdowns in the second half, and we still got to play good in these last 2 minutes.
We still got to make some plays, without a doubt.
Play well. Play well.
It's okay if they score as long as time is running out when they score their next score, whatever it is.
Being a defensive-minded guy, though, I'd like to keep him out of the end zone. That'd be okay with me.
I won't argue with
better.
you.
Got to get this kick to land just right, too.
The winner of this game gets Fulsher next Friday night. And there's a squib kick. Fielded by, it's Clerkley, who falls on it at the 28.
Yeah.
Yep. Darius Clerkley, the junior receiver at 5'8" and 160. Save that one at the 28. That's where they'll start 1st and 10 with 2:15 to go in the game. And the defense minus Gavin Woods, who's still on the sideline. There he is. He's right on the sideline. Right where the ball is. Probably doing some coaching himself. So we're ready to go with 1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Motion to an empty backfield. And it's tipped. Line of scrimmage.
Great play.
Who tipped it? Did you see? It's only 3 guys back there, but.
See that on the replay. I believe
Herring,
it's the defensive end. 23.
Yeah. Noah Herring has had a good year, continues to have a good year. Ranger defense gives up 9 points a game, but 28 still is okay as long as you have 38. And they hold again.
Hold and call that.
And Smith throws it down the sideline, way beyond the intended receiver.
Yeah, that's not really a holding. That's a missed tackle. That's just a missed tackle.
I'm telling you what, they have not called that much at all, and it's getting to be a little bit disappointing.
Yes.
Because they are now just grabbing guys, rushing the passer. The end switch sides.
We've had pressure on him, but not a sack. We could go ahead and get one of those. That'd be fun.
3rd and 10. Clock stopped at 2:05. 2 5-second plays in a row. Here comes the rush. He wants to throw. Has a man in the middle of the field, and he completes it. That is Darius Clerkley. And he's up inside the 35.
They're going to call the holding now.
And they are going to call holding now.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Well, our number 9, our defensive end, ducked underneath to beat the blocker, and when he did, he got tackled, and they finally called it.
.55, yep.
55.
He's their right tackle.
You can see it right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
He ducks, and he tackles him. Yeah. Oh, and he grabs him, too.
Yeah.
So the big play's nullified. The clock still moved about 10 more seconds, which is what we want. We want that clock to move.
You know, if you get held, you just got to keep running through it, and the referee will finally see it.
So 3rd and a long, long way to go. And there's a whistle. The clock shouldn't have been running, should it, after a penalty?
I don't think so. Let's see what happens.
See what our referee wants to say. Nothing? See what motion. He winds the clock. 1:45 to go. And it runs. Smith gets pressured. Scrambles. Outside containment. Throws to the middle to Clerkley. And it's incomplete. So it's now 4th and about 20. No doubt they have to go for it.
Yes.
A lot of receivers that just they're just free. They're not a whole lot of specific routes I haven't seen.
Yeah, they're breaking off their initial route after he starts to scramble. And I'm sure it's something as elusive as he is and makes so many people miss that's a big part of their offense. That's not just an accident.
Riley, the tailback. Everybody's in tight. 4th and 20. He's looking for someone. Now he's going to run. We've got a couple of guys that watch him run out of bounds at the 40, and that'll be a 1st down. I'm telling you what, he's got some speed now, doesn't he?
Yeah. Wouldn't mind calling plays with that kind of talent. I'm just wondering why they don't leave it in his hands every play.
There you see. Dudzikowski, Davila.
Knock on wood, that option play they scored on twice.
Yeah.
Haven't tried that again.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, let's hope we're ready if they do.
Yeah. Need to be.
Pressure again. Now they got him, and the ball's loose.
Sack.
And we fell on it.
Oh, yeah.
Rangers have it. With less than 1:20 to go, that's the ball game.
Another turnover. Finally got a sack.
That turnover margin continues to increase, and the Rangers have recovered a fumble. Their fifth game turnover of the night. Boy, everybody got to him. That Spradling came in from his linebacker.
I believe he's on a spy technique. He's playing coverage until the quarterback breaks, and then he gets in the rush lanes.
That
good
was
job.
Noah Herring fell on it.
Noah Herring fell on the ball.
So the Rangers can take a knee because they only have one timeout left. So we won't. Well, looks like we're going to take a knee, doesn't it?
This is my favorite offensive play.
Yes. Victory?
Yes.
I'll be surprised if he calls a timeout. Now a 10-point game. So Chase will come over and talk with Coach Hill, who says, do that again.
Run that again.
Sad thing is it's a loss of about 5 yards, so that doesn't help it. I'm just kidding. You'd take anything on victory, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't really matter what yardage is. As they snap it to him 5 yards deep. Zero. Yeah, we're good. Snap it. Takes a knee. That'll be the final play. We're under 40 seconds to go, and the Rangers will win this one 38-28. What a magnificent game, Brad. What a magnificent game.
Awesome.
Touchdowns abound after a 10-7 first half.
And I was bragging on the defense. Shame on me because the offenses, they listened to their coaches at halftime and said, we can do this.
But defense still wins the game because of the turnovers we claim.
Turnovers. Because
they were loose with the ball on a number of occasions. So the Rangers will advance to play Fulshire next Friday night as they defeat A&M Consolidated 50-38. And that means next Friday night we'll be back with you on the Ranger Network. At least that's the plan. But we want to say some thanks tonight. Let me ask you one question. You've been around this program a long time. What does this win mean for Smithson Valley?
Well, it's beating a great football team, and you don't get a whole lot of time to celebrate. The kids will be happy on the bus ride home, and I'm telling you, the coaches will already be checking things that they know about Fulshire. They're just on their job and working. But my hat's off to Manville. That's a really good football team.
That is.
They were down 10 2 or 3 times and came back and lost a really, really good receiver and never slowed down. They kept making great plays on defense. So Smithson Valley beat a very worthy opponent, no doubt.
No doubt. So the 5A playoffs continue next weekend as the Rangers get through the area round. Our thanks tonight with everyone with Wick Productions, the camera people, Steve, Jenna, Chris, and Zach did a great job bringing you pictures tonight. Every one of the scores, we had great looks at them. Every one of the turnovers, we had great looks at it, as you've seen what's best with Wick Productions. So for Brad Lynn, this is Tony Brubaker, and everyone with Wick Productions says thank you for watching tonight on the Ranger Network.